Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, Tati. How are you this week?
I'm lovely. How are you?
I'm doing pretty damn good. Thank you very much. Finally got this 3D printer going.
I
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah, the first print so far is a fail. Something happened towards the end of it where it like just turned into like a big spaghetti monster.
It's not a fail. It's just one way it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's a fail. It's okay. It's all part of the learning process, and
Of course.
I'm actually pretty happy with what I have so far. You know,
Good.
even though it's not usable. But whatever.
Yet.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like she's covered in spider webs. So yeah, maybe I'll figure out a way. You know.
It's just a different form of her.
That's right.
Yeah.
What
A
up,
dream
Daz?
form.
How you doing, Daz?
Pretty good.
Good stuff. Are any of you in the path of Hurricane Laura?
Um,
Um,
I hear something about it
I haven't
coming
heard
up
of
this
it.
way, like Monday, something like that.
It looks pretty nasty right now. I mean, granted,
Yeah.
it's over the Gulf still, so like by the time it reaches either of you, it should probably calm down a bit. Unless it goes,
Hopefully.
unless it goes like straight up to Mississippi. I mean, I don't know how that works now.
Mm. I'd really love to not lose power again.
Mm-hmm. Category 4, no joke.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, stuff to make movies out of. Mm-hmm. Let's see, Tyler, you there? Steve, you there?
Mm-hmm.
What up, Tyler? How you doing?
I was talking. It always happens to me.
Say again, Tyler. What's up?
I was telling Steve he was on mute. That's all.
I could barely hear you. Much better, thank you. There you go. Get a little closer. Oh yeah. What's up with you, Steve? How you doing?
Chilling, man. You know, just I got out of work so early today.
Thank you, boss, for me.
Yeah. um. Yeah, I like we did inventory at the world's smallest freaking Walmart today.
Okay.
Like we were at 50% by lunch, and
For-
then or actually no, we were at 50% by the time we went on our first 10-minute break, which is at like 9:30,
Okay.
and then and then we went to lunch, and we were basically at the very last what do you call it? At the very last section of the entire store. Pretty much, we came back from lunch, and
And it was almost done.
no, like literally, we were done. Like we were done.
Oh shit. Well, that means work slower next time, I guess. All right. Let's do a quick recap. All right, last session. Last session, it started off in the beginning of combat versus this massive octopus that had taken up residence where Dibs had suggested seeing something, however many weeks or months ago. After a pretty intense battle and a really miraculous parting of the water by Esbjorn, you know, you guys were able to turn the tides relatively quickly as Shen went in there and did what Shen does. And then collectively, Haji and Shen had wound up taking out this creature. After a little bit of time, you guys had explored the area surrounding this site and had gathered, you know, a couple of treasure chests worth of loot. And you guys all headed back to the shore where the other half of the group was waiting. There was some relaxing going on as people rested up, and you know, some discussions had, you know, between RV and Haji, and then you guys were kind of attacked by a big ass snake. You dealt with the snake relatively easily, you know, once the group jumped in. And that wound up being some practice and food for the group as more resting was done and some identifying was done of the items that were found. And then you guys were all discussing whether or not you guys were all going to go back out to the area, and that's where Flint produced a small box that was found by Haji originally. And after uttering the command words "bibbity bobbity boat," it morphed into this decent sized boat that can hold way more people than should be allowed. And that's kind of where we left off as everybody started piling into the boat and heading out east back to the site. Let's see. Okay, cool. So is there anything anybody wants to do before you guys start heading out? I forgot what time it was. Anybody? Jules? Tati?
Same day, 5:30, 5 o'clock, something.
In the evening?
Afternoon, yes.
Okay, alright. And it's still raining, so alright, cool. So as you all get onto the boat, what would you all like to do?
I'm a little confused though because we have Critical Role battle music.
What? What'd you say?
We like Critical Role battle music is on
It is?
in the background.
I don't know.
So I'm feeling quite epic.
Alright, sweet. This is the same music we use every time? I didn't know it was from Critical Role. It's just part of Roll 20. Very interesting.
I mean, it doesn't matter that it's from Critical Role. It was just like more along the lines of my nerves were a bit heightened because I thought we were metal. But cool. All right. Yeah, I don't know. What were we doing? Okay.
Setting sail.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Who is going to be piloting this vessel?
Of course.
I'll help if needed.
All right. Let me get a water vehicles check with advantage using intelligence.
Of course.
Yeah, same. That's the music I hear too.
Mm-hmm. Where is it? There it is.
First roll of the night.
Oh, you fucking.
0.
It's actually strength for whatever reason. Let me change it.
It should
It's
be
about
it should be a
the-
query.
Yeah. All right. There we go. Okay. Let me remove that from there. And then you said intelligence, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Submit.
Sweet. Okay. You feel really at home on this thing, you know, and sails get dropped, and you know you shout out orders, you know, to Flint in the back, and you know who's controlling the rudder, and you know RV helps out and makes sure people don't get their heads hit, and you know gather up ropes and whatever else, and the boat starts catching the wind, and you know the sails fill, and you start slowly going out east on the water. Right. Let me get anybody a history check with advantage. One person.
Oh.
I'll go for that. There you go.
Hey.
Oh, nice. Yeah, as everybody's, you know, doing their thing, you know, in this little vessel, you know, Shen and Esbjorn are keeping watch while the other three are, you know, tending to the boat. And Jules is doing some quick calculations based on the wind, you know, and the way there's, you know, slight current and the weight of the boat and everything in there. And she's able to get the ship going, to the site relatively easily. Let me get a D8, Jules.
Yep. 2.
Okay. You guys make it to the site without issue. Alright. Oh, you guys already there?
Because I believe we did all this, if I remember correctly.
That might be
Yeah,
possible.
we did.
Okay. Alright. Well,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah. Alright, so you guys are at the site.
Cool.
So my most concerning question: what are those things under the water? Talking about pointing like at the zombies and stuff.
Oh, those are just dead people. They are attached to a chain and just kind of floating there. They are not harmful if you stay away from them.
And this is a question to the DM, and I don't know if I need like a history or religion check, but is this normal? I don't remember that being a thing.
Well, it's definitely not something that's, you've ever seen before.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, I thought I had to
Bless
sneeze.
you.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, it's not something
She's
you've
wondering,
ever...
because I mean,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying because this does concern me because we're obviously, fighting against the forces of Jalina, and that's mostly undead, but I don't remember undead being chained to a place. I'm trying to determine like if they are kind of here to guard something, like if somebody would have put them here specifically for this, and how undead can be underwater. It's different to me.
Did you ask me if how undead can breathe underwater?
Well, I mean, Joseph's just wondering like on that trail because my goal is where they put in here for a reason, or is this something that could have happened just out of nowhere, or is it specifically like Jalina's people trying to protect something?
All right. Let me get an insight check.
Okay. 22.
Very cool. All right. These I mean, it's definitely not something that's very common.
Mm-hmm.
You've never like seen this before, and from the brief description that you've been given, from the people who have been under the water and have seen it, these seem more like to be imprisoned. It's almost more like a punishment that these creatures are here, not so much as guardians.
Oh.
In other words,
I'll
they're
relay that
swimming with the
information.
fishes there.
Pretty much.
But I mean, to make an undead, that's not something that normally happens. So somebody would have had to do this to them, make them undead, and then tie them down here. Well, this is barbaric. Yeah, and Joseph's just gonna say that like, she's thinking about all these things as we're kind of swimming or moving the boat quietly. Like, she's like, this is awful. Why would they have done? Who would have done such a thing?
That's what I'm wondering. Because this isn't strange at all.
And I look to Esbjorn. Kind of, would it be better if we just let them go?
I don't know.
Would I know anything about this?
Let me get a history check from you.
Okay. Oh, wait, let me turn off advantage. 17.
I mean, you do know of, certain like. Is that grandma?
No. Apparently it's July.
Hello. Hi. Hi, Grandma.
July. Yeah. It's August. Why'd you lie? You know of the whole swimming with the fishes thing. Getting people, and tying them to something heavy and then throwing them overboard. That's something that has been done as punishment before. Usually for crew who commit mutiny, or if they commit a crime on board and they don't want to bring them, they're too dangerous to keep on board, or pretty much, walk the plank, pretty much go screw yourself. As far as them being undead, you have no idea. Like if they were undead before they got dropped over, or if they turned after. I mean, you're not sure.
Right. Um. Okay. So yeah, I'll tell them the gist of that. Um. As only Haji can. Uh. uh these were very dangerous people um, in life. Either that or they angered the wrong person. However, they are down there as punishment. Uh, this was a sign that whoever they angered thought it would be best for them to swim with the fishes than to walk among men. Whether or not they were uh, undead before, that remains to be seen.
I don't know if I find it more concerning that they turned into undead either before or after.
Mm-hmm.
Still a horrible fate.
You surprisingly have a point there. But if Jalina is just trying to get the souls, I mean, Esbjorn didn't turn undead when he passed. So why are these things still here? Are their souls gone, or would it be safe to just get rid of them now?
Honestly,
How far deep are they?
They range excuse me. They range anywhere from maybe, I don't know. This whole area right here is about 60 feet at the deepest, and they're
Okay.
floating anywhere from 10 to 20 feet off the bottom. So between 40 and 50 feet deep.
Okay.
honestly, if it was up to me, I would leave them as they are. They are doing no one any harm unless you get close.
Speaking from experience.
No, I avoided them.
Well, when you were in a cell a couple months ago, I'm pretty sure you were not doing any harm either. Doesn't mean that it was right to let you rot in there.
You think very highly of me. I appreciate that.
I frown. Anyway, where were those formations you were talking about?
Only a few feet forward. This the formation is under the water. I don't. There the water, for some reason it can move.
It can move?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Well, I was down there, and then at one point the water was there, and then it wasn't.
Shen looks at Esbjorn quietly.
I'm not saying a single word.
He shrugs, like he's not gonna say anything either. Right, so And I look at Esbjorn and Shane, and neither of them are saying anything, so I shrug. So you found those items. Oh, speaking of that, and I'll produce, since we're like right in the middle of what we're doing, I'm going to go down my pack, pick the little thing that I found inside the cage, kind of look at it, look at RV, and just present it to him with a very
Hmm.
threatening look.
It's a she's
It's a
handing
raven.
over like a silver raven, like a a bird.
Yeah.
Like,
Here.
Y- what is this? You're giving it to me?
No, I
And
just felt like holding it in your general direction.
oh, good. And I'll
Please get
take
it.
it.
And then I'm gonna go into the chest and retrieve the bird cage
okay.
and take it. And I'll add to my inventory because I need that.
All right. That's pretty big. It's like 18 inches tall.
That's fine. For now, I'll just kind of hold on to it so it's not inside the chest.
Okay.
18 inches.
It's like half as tall as you. I mean, you can hang it from a backpack or something.
Yeah, no, for right now, I'm just like separating it from the chest just to keep it
Okay.
in my visual range.
Okay. He's claiming the cage. Mine.
Okay.
All right.
So, do you think that any of this, and I point at the chest, was what Dibble had seen?
I don't know. I can ask him.
Uh,
You can what?
sure.
I don't want to put this on Eric. I'm not going to do it.
Do
it,
it,
do
send
it.
it. Send it.
No rules.
Are you casting sending?
Fine, I'll cast sending.
Okay.
Yeah. Full send.
You got 25 words.
Now I think of 25 words. Hold on. Let me type this out so that way I can count.
As Bjorn counting on his fingers.
Meanwhile, I'm like kind of, yeah. No. Meanwhile, Jules is having, I mean, I don't know how much Shen saw, but I'm like having either him or Hajat kind of draw the shape so I can draw it on my book, trying to see if it reminds me of anything, because I don't know. She's just, why are we here? Trying to figure out.
The shape.
Yeah.
Let me get. Let me get just a general dexterity check, just to see, how clean the lines are or whatever for your sketch. Let's start with that.
From who?
Whoever's
From who?
doing the drawing.
Oh, I'm drawing.
Yeah, so it's you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dexterity check.
Okay.
14.
And let me get. Let me look at your sheet real quick. 'Cause I don't want to. I'm going to ask for a skill check, but I don't want to let you know what it's for. Roll a d20 for me, please.
10, 4. 7.
Okay. Roll one more.
Okay. 14.
Okay. You're doing your quick little sketch, and you're just, just looking at it, and just trying to think of different things and whatnot, and
Mhm.
a butterfly comes to your mind.
I like scratch it like I'm not drawing something pretty and start again.
And you're talking
I
about
both-
the shape under the water, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No, but it's like I realize that I'm like drawing something like pretty, and she like kind of scratches it off and starts again. But meanwhile, is she thinking, is there any deity that would have butterfly as some kind of symbol or?
Let me get a religion check from you. And was anybody else doing anything while this is happening?
I'm just gonna keep a general watch, just if anything pops up or comes close or anything, just keeping an eye out for now.
Okay. All right. So for religion, the only thing that you could think of is Melandra, which is the nature deity, and nothing specific about like butterflies.
Mm.
It's not my fault. Okay, I have 25. Let's see. I'll cast Sending. Hold my holy symbol. Think real hard on Brother Bear. And say, Dibs, we think we're at the place where you saw shiny stuff. Do you remember what you saw? There's some chests in a cave. That's 25 words.
There was a butterfly.
He said there was a butterfly.
You guys eating good? I'm eating good. It's nap time. It's been a while, so yeah. There you go. That's it.
So, he's fat and happy, but also he said he saw a butterfly. Does anybody else see a butterfly?
I close the book and shrug. So what's the plan? Do we want to send somebody else to investigate, or are we just going to hang around these dead people?
Well, if you want me to go down there,
Anybody else?
I can breathe in the water.
Apparently not for long.
No, for very, very long.
Yes, but then you go down there and you get hurt.
We do have 2 potions, so somebody could go with him.
Sure. I can go.
Hold on, Jules is checking how far we call my spell can go. Mind spike. Okay, and she nods. I mean, if you really think whatever's in there, I mean, we've already made it this far and wasted this much time. Might as well try to find what's of value.
Wasted an hour. We're looking for a butterfly now, in case anybody sees one.
And what will you do with the butterfly?
I don't know. We'll find out. I'm just going off of what Dibble told me, okay? It has nothing to do with religion.
You're the religion man.
No idea.
Well, the shape they mentioned, the elevation in the stone that seemed like something had sunk, did leave a shape that could crudely be described as, 4 bulbous sides that might look to some people like a butterfly. But sure.
Well, I mean, Dibble and I aren't very smart, so it could be a butterfly. So let's send a couple people down and go look at that cave like we planned. I'm not going.
Ah, yes, the person with the water phobia. Go.
Okay, I go now.
What?
I'll just jump in the water. Like, I won't swim down, though.
I'll toss RV one of the water breathing potions.
I'll take it. Anybody else?
You drink it?
Yeah, I drink it.
All right. Yeah, you quickly chug this thing down, and you close your eyes for a second, and you feel like all these like bubbles and fizzing and stuff going inside, and then and everybody who's looking, they can see a couple of like gill slits open up on the neck, and they start like kind of flexing a little bit.
And I'll jump in the water.
All right. Yeah, whoever's in the water, go ahead, put yourself in the water.
We have one more. Shen, Flint, Jules.
I like raise my eyebrow like he didn't say my name.
Well, I specialize in fire and mechanical stuff, so I don't mesh with water. So I'm going to sit this one out.
Shen like
Everybody looks
looks.
at Shen.
Yeah, Shen like looks down. Puts his hand out. Let's get it over with.
I'll give him the other potion.
Yeah, because he has his heavy armor, so he's just gonna chug it and just like jump straight and just like let the weight just take him all the way down.
All right, so go ahead and put Shen in the water, and all right, so the people down below, what do you all do?
I'm gonna just kind of swim in circles around Shen as he slowly
Yeah, very slowly.
just drifts to the bottom, making sure he's okay the whole way down.
He's like an anchor.
But Shen's just gonna make like a beeline to the octopus place.
Okay, yeah, it should be like right over here.
Oh wait, I don't think he has dark vision, does he? That's a problem. Yeah, he doesn't have dark vision, so he's just kind of first he's like just kind of aimlessly.
Well, no, he has goggles.
Oh,
He has goggles of dark vision. Yeah, so you should be whatever you see on screen is what you see. Pretty good.
yep. So he's just gonna make like a beeline and just try to see if the octopus is moving at all, or if it's still there.
All right,
Going
so
on.
he goes, on top of the rocks and kind of peeks inside, and you can see it's still, it's not moving or anything, and it's wedged in there.
He's gonna try to take it out again.
What's up?
He's gonna try to drag it out.
All right, let me get an athletics check, please. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, this thing is just wedged in there.
Is there a way around? Like, is it really blocking the rest of the cave, or?
Pretty much. Didn't Shen like chop it up or something, or was he going to? I don't remember last time.
Thought so. I thought
He
that was
chopped,
fine.
yeah, he chopped the piece, but I don't think.
I don't think it worked.
No.
Like,
Did you just take a tentacle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll help him try to pull it out.
All right, go ahead and make your check with advantage.
From Shen.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, much better. You guys, you're working it for a bit. You spend probably like a good 5 minutes, and you get maybe a third of it out. It's just like, it seems like before it died, it just like tried to grab onto as many things as possible and like, wedge itself in there.
Mm.
But you guys are slowly, it's just very difficult. Just like, you can feel like, hear the suction things underneath the water, like getting ripped off the rocks,
Mm. Yeah.
Round 2?
Yeah. He's just gonna. If he got like 2 tentacles out, he's gonna just cast them, like make sure that they're not coming back inside and try to pull the thing out.
All right. Haji, what are you doing? Anything?
As soon as there's a space big enough, I want to go like behind it and then try to push from the back.
You're gonna try and squeeze through this, like what? All right. Let me get. If you want to try and squeeze by it,
I don't know.
and you can risk
I don't
getting
know.
stuck. Or okay, so you're gonna wait. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What about the people up top? You guys doing anything? Got about 5 minutes right now.
Not a thing.
Jules is still eyeing these things. She's they bother her for some reason. She's not sure why.
All right. Where's that light coming from? Because you don't have dark field. Okay, it's dim field. Okay, cool. All right. Let me get another athletics check with advantage, please, from
Okay.
Shen. All right. And then, all right, I'd say at this point, about 2/3 of it have been pulled out. It's been a solid 10 minutes.
Mhm.
You guys are actually starting to get a little bit tired from just doing this. But at this point, there is a space large enough for Haji to squeeze himself through, provided a successful acrobatics DC 15 is made.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're there, and you find the little spot, and you're able to wedge yourself through. And after some tugging, and people on the outside can see you like kicking your feet out, and then eventually you squeeze yourself through, and you go inside. And the cave itself, it doesn't seem very large. It only goes down maybe like 10 or 15 feet or so, and it seems like the rocks were more on the top, and behind it is just like kind of like mud, and water. But it seems like a cavity of sorts. And as you're going in, you see. Actually, let me get a perception check with disadvantage from you, please.
Okay. Whoa.
Oh,
Nice.
the music stopped.
Clearly, I
Oh,
am meant
nice.
to see this thing.
Yeah. All right. You go down a little bit, and you see what you feel very strongly is like a wooden staircase.
Oh. Okay. I try, but I go to swim towards it, and then I stop myself and go back, and start pushing from the back the
Oh,
the
okay. All right.
thingy. Yeah.
Yeah, I was supposed to. Yeah, pushing from the back, you're helping a little bit, and then what you'll do is you'll notice, like the tentacle that was wrapped around a rock or, whatever, and then you wind up just unraveling that. And, after a good, let's say, solid 15 minutes or so, this thing just, you guys manage to pull it outside. This massive thing. And it's just kind of there, just like floating on the bottom. And everybody can see, like this little cave underneath these rocks.
Go inside the cave.
All right.
Yeah. I'll like kind of like signal to them. Actually, I'll probably be stupid enough to try to talk. And there is a cave over there. I mean, there's stairs over there.
All right. I mean, everybody here has dark vision, so once you go in, and after how you pointed out, you can see, what very clearly looks like a wooden staircase. I mean, and it's covered in, there's like mud and soot and on it, and there's, like weeds and stuff that have kind of grown in here, and you can see a bunch of like little tiny fish just swimming around and in this little dark staircase.
Guess let's go down the stairs. Follow Hajad's lead.
Yeah, Shen's gonna stay on the back.
All right. The staircase, it's almost like you're on top of the staircase, and it can go to the left or right.
Oh,
To the right, it seems to go a little down. To the left, it seems to go a little up.
Well, I will check up first.
All right, everybody following?
yeah, I'm following him.
All right, it's not very long. The staircase is maybe 10 feet total. And the stairs actually it just kind of like bumps up to like the rocks and stuff. But at the top of the stairs, you can see there's like wood planks. It looks like wooden boards.
like wooden planks covering the opening, or?
No, it's like that seems to be like the floor, like where the steps are, and then it
Oh.
just goes into the rocks. So it's like the rocks are like kind of right on top of
Oh,
whatever
okay.
this is.
All right.
Okay. Uh, I'll like turn around and do kind of like a hand like slit wrist. I mean slit uh neck thing, like not this way type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
About
Um,
about face go the other way.
yeah, and I'll like try to slip past them and and lead the direction back down the stairs.
All right. Again, the stairs, they're not very long or whatever, so it's like 10 feet down these stairs, and it kind of you can see like the wooden planks a little bit, and then it's just the rest is all just covered in mud and rocks and whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah.
All right.
Well,
I
I
turn
looked
around,
at-
just kind of shrug.
I also shrug, and then I looked to Shen.
I raise my axe.
I step out of the way.
I uh, will also move out of the way.
So wait, what is at this end? Because the first one had a dead end with the planks. And what is on this end?
Same thing, pretty much just like a dead end turns into mud and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Shen wouldn't think to check. Let's see something. Hold on. Nope, he would not. Yeah, I mean, if it's just wood, I'll try to attack it, I guess.
Say again.
If it's just wood, I'll just try to just hack at it, assuming that everybody moved away from me. Just
Okay.
hack.
Let me get an attack at disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. It's a little difficult moving your axe through the water, but you're strong enough and you just power through and and it hits the deck of this thing, and it creates like a little splinter in the wood.
He's gonna do it again. I mean, if it seems, I mean, is the water like kind of pooling into, or is it just like the whole thing is just full of water? Like there's no movement of water down here.
There's no movement of water. It's just like waterlogged or whatever.
Yeah, because I don't think he would have thought to look for like buttons or levers or anything. So he's just gonna keep hacking at it.
Okay. All right. So he's starting to hack away at this at the floorboards or whatever. What's everybody else doing?
Just watching.
Yeah.
Okay. After just let me get two more attacks at disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so you just repeatedly, you're hacking at this thing and you're just kicking up like soot and, you're doing like a little bit of damage to this. Like whatever it is that you're hitting seems to be like really well made. But you have a mighty axe and you are, making work of it. And now at this point, everybody's just kind of blinded by all the soot and, all this other stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, like he's gonna keep hitting it with the axe until he doesn't feel that it's there anymore. I mean, because when the axe hits, like you said, it's kind of breaking it through. Do I feel that I'm hitting a wall behind it, or do I feel that the axe is actually like there's something like it's coming?
Whatever this is, it's really thick, so
Okay.
you're not sure if it's solid or if it's just you don't know how thick it is yet.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean he can't see anyway, so.
All right, so he's just hacking away in the darkness. Let me get two more.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you just keep on hacking and hacking
21 and 15.
and hacking, and after a while, you're hacking at this thing for probably a good solid 3 to 5 minutes or so, and you feel like you actually break through, and it's nothing on the other side.
Oh, what the hell?
What do you mean nothing?
Like your axe goes through, and then let's say the blade's inside of a hole you made, and there's nothing. You can wiggle it around on the inside.
Oh,
Um, hold on. So, what are the walls made out of in here?
The walls you haven't found any walls.
No, I mean, but I mean, what's around us, like the ceiling and the floor and the sides of
I
this
mean,
corridor.
there's no ceiling. It's just water. And it's like there was
But
like
we're on a cave, right? So there's something above us.
oh right dirt. I mean not dirt, rocks, like rocks and roots and things like
Okay. But then this thing is a piece of wood.
that. Correct.
Can I turn my bow on? Like, give us some light in here?
Yeah. You get bright
Nice.
light. That's cool. Let's see. What is it? 60 bright? 60
Good
dim?
question. Let me check. Where is it? It is bright light in a 30-foot and dim light for another 30-foot.
Okay. Okay. It should have gotten brighter.
Yep,
Okay.
it did.
got it.
Yeah, so you're there, and so all the walls and the ceiling, whatever, is just rocks and like foliage and underwater grass and whatever, and then there is like wood or whatever on the floor, and then the stairs, which leads to more wood, but it's all inside of a cave, so you're hacking through, and you make a sizable hole. Let's say there's a nice, like a square foot. A rough square foot that you've chopped out of this floorboard, and you can see now it's probably about 3 inches thick.
Okay.
And I mean with the light and the dark vision and whatever, even down there you can, if you're looking through real quick. Let me get a perception check at disadvantage from you because of all the soot.
From me?
Shen, yeah. So there's something burning. Hold on a second. Okay, no fire. We're good. All right. Yeah, you can't really make out too much of anything, but you feel pretty confident that there is some kind of cavity underneath this. But there's just like too much soot and sediment, that's been kicked up. You can't see anything.
Mm. Yeah, he relayed that information because I think player has realized something, but I don't think she would have thought about it.
How big is this hole he just made?
About a square foot.
Okay. Might have to make it bigger.
He readies the axe.
Take another step back.
Do you want to eventually just make a hole big enough for you to get into it?
Yeah, if I can feel that it's not against like more rock, if I can feel that it's
Yeah, it's just wood as far as you can tell from here.
yeah, but you said it's like about 3 inches thick, so it ends
Right.
someplace. So yeah, he's gonna just keep hacking enough to
All right.
you know.
Say another 5 minutes or so go by, and you create a hole that's large enough for a small person to go through regularly, or a medium person to go through with difficulty. But yeah, you find a nice hole that leads down into a cavity, and same deal. There's just soot and all this it's like smoke underneath the water kind of deal.
Mhm.
It's been about like 20 minutes total, give or take. 20-25 minutes.
Oh, how long do those potions last?
1 hour.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Up top, anybody doing anything special?
Nope.
You can see the light coming out of the cave.
Oh. I mean, just keeping. Esbjorn would keep watch, making sure nothing will, come up on him.
Okay.
Yeah, Jules is kind of counting down because she knows if they don't come back, oh, they're not going to start drowning here shortly, so she's going to have to do something about that.
How's you? Let me get a D8.
All right.
Okay. All right. So the hole is large enough. Who is going through it, if anybody?
I will.
Okay. You go squeeze through without too much effort. And let me get a perception and disadvantage from you, please. Actually, no, just a regular perception.
Okay.
If Ajad gets through, I'll follow after him.
Okay. Yeah, everybody can get through at this point. Okay. All right. You all squeeze in here, and it seems like a pretty tight little pocket that you're in. You're almost in like a wooden pocket. Now there's wood on the floor, and there's wood on the walls and in front of you and all around, and it's maybe 10 feet wide and about 10 feet long or whatever, and it's kind of like shaped like a wedge. And in here, you can make out like it looks like there's like, I don't know, maybe like a dozen or so ballista bolts in here.
Oh,
Do I recognize this room?
No.
Like not having been in it personally, but like, am I kind of getting an idea?
Are you getting an idea? Let me get a history check from you with advantage.
You said advantage?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. 16.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of. It looks like it could be like beneath the deck of a ship or something, or inside the hull of a ship or something. And like you're looking at like the wood and whatnot around it, and this is definitely well crafted, and I mean it could be it's reminiscent of a ship.
My eyes go wide, and I just start like, yeah, but it sounds more like.
Shen doesn't know what that was, so he has his axe ready, like he's going to strike in your direction at some
no,
point.
I put a hand on his axe, like, it's okay.
Is there a door leading out or what?
With that perception, actually you're looking up and you can kind of see like around the hole that was made by Shen, you can see the frame of what was probably some kind of hatch.
Huh. So we made the hole. Okay. Cool. I signal to them. I tap my forehead, basically saying, "I have an idea." And
I cross my arms and wait.
and I look at Shen, and I point at his axe and start kind of doing a chopping motion, and then point up, like trying to say like, "Let's go back up the stairs so you could do that again."
He kind of gets the impression that you're telling him to.
You can talk under the water. You can breathe.
But I mean, can they understand me though? Because
I mean, you guys can breathe underwater, and it's
Verbal
it's
components
fantasy.
work underwater. So.
Yeah, it's fantasy, so you're good.
No rules.
all right, cool.
I mean, the
So,
bubbling is funny. You can do that. I won't stop you. But yeah, everybody can pretty much. Yeah, if you can breathe underwater, you can pretty much breathe underwater. So
Oh, okay.
Then Shen will kind of turn around because I think we're doing Hajrat first and then Arby. We're just gonna head back up the stairs and back the other area.
all right, yeah. So everybody quickly, you swim up to this hole and you climb out, and then you start walking up the staircase. And then you're met with all like just rocks and stuff.
So there's no wood on this section.
At the top of the stairs, there's a little bit of wood, like just at the top of the stairs, and the rest is just covered.
So Shen's gonna go up the stairs to the dead end and then point, I guess, thinking that Hajat meant to do it on this wall. Like point at one of the walls and see if that's the right one.
I just give him a thumbs up.
He starts hacking.
What are you doing? You're
Give it-
tapping on the floor.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you spend some time doing this, and you're just, another 5 minutes or so, and you create another hole, and it's in, it leads into another cavity. So now what are we at? Like, let's say 30 minutes.
Yeah, and I was gonna say at the 30-minute mark, since Stu's been trying to keep track of the timing, she is going to she's going to message in that general direction,
Okay.
trying to find Arvin, and just say that they have less than
Wait,
30 minutes.
message. Can it go? Can it go through things like walls and stuff?
As long as I
There's
know,
no
I'll
thickness?
pull it up.
Pull it up real quick. All right, cool. You can cast it through solid objects if you're familiar with the target beyond 1 foot of stone. 1
Yeah,
foot
but I
of
don't have to
stone.
follow a straight line. So.
All right, that's fine. All right, yeah, you'll let people know what's up.
I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm just telling them 30 minutes.
That's fine. Okay. All right, so you create another cavity.
He goes through it.
Okay.
I will follow.
All right.
Yep, let's go.
All right. All right, just collectively, with all the soot and stuff, you kind of wait for a little bit for it to settle. And all of you see what appears to be like a throne inside this cavity. It's approximately, let's say it's about 35 feet long, 20 feet wide, and it kind of like almost like tapers, like almost like a rough diamond shape, a loose diamond shape, where it's widest. It's close to it being wide at the top of the staircase, type area, and then it goes wider than forward. Okay, and then what you see here is like that was on the top. So the throne's where you are now. But yeah, so you go through this hole and you see that, and then there is a door directly behind you, and you can see in this alley-shaped room, there's a throne in the middle. And it seems to be made out of like a combination of like wood and gold, and you see like little gems and like these weird patterns and stuff drawn all over the throne. And then also like along the walls you can see a couple of like tables that have been bolted down, or like little shelves rather, and in here there's just, it's pretty much empty, except for water. But that's what you're seeing in here. And then on the far end, it looks actually like you'll be able to see. You can see like the loading end of a ballista.
Like the load, like the
Loading end. So like the side you would be on if you're firing it.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
Oh,
I I tap Shen and point to the door, and then do the chopping motion again.
He looks at the throne and shrugs and goes over to the door.
Cool. When he does that, I start working on the throne. Well, first things first. The You said there was like pattern, like there was a specific pattern
Yeah.
of uh that the gems kind of created. Do I recognize them?
No.
Cool. So I
Actually, you know
will
what? Let me get a let me get a navigation disadvantage.
navigation. Interesting.
Oh,
Very, very interesting. Disadvantage. Navigation using what?
Intelligence.
Bitch.
Yeah, you're not sure what to make of it. You're more distracted by the artistry than any potential information. All right, so all right, so you're doing that, examining that. Shen, what are you doing to the door?
Hacking at it.
All right, go ahead and let me get an attack roll. Disadvantage.
good thing
All
we
right,
brought Shen.
one more
One more.
and one more.
Okay. 18, 18, 11.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So you're there, and it's like you're starting to get used. You're starting to get used to like swinging this axe underneath the water, and you think back on your training, back in Zathroth, and how you used to like stand underneath these waterfalls, and everybody else in your clan or whatever, you would all practice underneath these waterfalls, and you kind of starting to think of that. And after like two nice hacks into the door, and after the third one, when you pull it, the door actually swings open, and half of it like kind of just falls down, and you hear, like a muddled thud underneath the water, and it just leads to like you can see, it's just like a small little 5 foot area, and it looks like you can see like the rungs of a ladder on the side you're on.
Okay. Yeah, he'll kind of pull it out just so it's visible once the sod and everything calms down, and just kind of point it towards the guys.
All right.
So when I don't recognize the pattern, I'll just start trying to pull gems.
Okay. Just trying to rip them out with your claws.
Or a dagger. Like I'll take
Trying to
out
pry them
the
out.
Yeah, not your claws.
All right. Let me get an athletics check.
you got it. Athletics. Wait. Normal. Athletics.
Okay.
23.
Yeah, you're there, and it's like you're there, and you start like kind of digging around the edge. It's like you like kind of scrape away a little bit of the, a little tiny bit of mud and some seagrass or whatever, and you start digging in and wedge, and you feel like a quick little, almost like when when you put your tongue on a 9 volt, that like little bit of jolt, but it's like kind of soft, like muted.
Yeah.
You kind of feel that for a second, and then you just go like, oh, and then like you pop out a nice, a nice little like a 3 inch round gem. It's kind of flat, but it's it's like 3 inches in diameter. It's pretty decent size, and this was pulled off of like on one of the armrests or whatever.
Okay.
And this one's green.
Green.
All right, that takes a little bit of time. RV, anything?
I want to see if there's anything of interest in this room that was missed upon, like, first glance, like anything interesting or anything out of place or anything like that. Any other entrances, anything really.
All right, now let me get a perception check as you roam around this, checking it out. Shen, what are you doing?
Well, if they're kind of busy with whatever they're doing, he's gonna try to pull the rope, pull the ladder, and see if he can actually proceed through it.
It's fixed.
It's fixed.
Yeah, and it seems functioning.
Can I see where it leads to?
Yeah, it just goes down maybe 10 feet or so to a little platform, and there's A door, like on the
Uh,
side.
so, so he's gonna go down since these two are kind of busy, whatever they're doing.
Okay.
And he goes down and he sees the door and he already like, oh yeah, I know what's gonna happen next. So first he's gonna try to open it, and if he doesn't open, he's just gonna start hacking at it anyway.
I mean, it's it's there and it jiggles a little bit. It might be stuck. You know.
Can I try to pull it instead of
Oh, well,
hacking at
okay.
it?
Well, yeah. Let me get an athletics check from you. And okay, um, RV, you kind of wander around this little room, and you notice like the area where the ass end of the ballista is. It's actually open, and you can see, like you look down. Let's say the shaft or whatever of this ballista. I'm brain farting right now, and you can see an opening, of where it would shoot out of.
And it's open?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can't fit through it. It's enough to fit like
Right.
to shoot a bolt out. You know.
If I look through it, what's at the, like, does it point at anything in particular, or
Just
is
grass.
it just...
Just like grass and seaweed and a bunch of foliage.
Okay.
There's like very, very little light. So you're getting the impression that this, it's underneath the surface of the pond or the lake.
Right. Okay. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna keep roaming then.
Okay. All right, Shen, you go downstairs, and yeah, you give like a quick little push with your shoulder, and it opens up, and you push it underneath the water. The resistance, it gives a little bit of a resistance, and yeah, you go inside, and over here, you see what appears to be like almost like 6 or 7 foot length, like hammocks, kind of attached, to the wall in a couple of places, and you see maybe like 8 of them. A couple on either side of each or either section of each wall. It's really cramped in here, and then there's that's actually it. That's it.
Is there another door?
No.
Oh darn. So there's nothing but hammock.
Hammocks, yeah. Barely, I mean, most of them are, kind of torn apart and rotten from being underneath the water for so long. So they're like tattered fabrics. So you're kind of making out that they were like just hammocks or something.
Yeah, I'm just kind of realizing at this point that this is some sort of like sleeping quarters.
Yeah, it sounds safe.
So I was just wondering if there's an exit out of them, or if there was like chests of people that used to live here. But if there's no exit, no obvious exit or window or anything, I'll go back upstairs.
Okay. Yeah, you spend some time. All right. So let's say another 5 minutes has gone by. So 35 minutes total. Hold on 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead. Hello.
Nope. Hi.
Okay.
Yeah,
Robert.
Shen's gonna go upstairs.
All right. So you go back upstairs.
Are there any other entrances in this room?
Nothing.
You do it, Shen.
Heck no.
I'll do it.
Is the ballista thing charged? Does it have a bolt on it?
No.
Are there any bolts around that Shen can see?
There were some in that cavity
Right.
on the other side, like underneath that board.
And one last question: it's facing like to the top of the room, like to the north? If we were to put it in a map, it's like pointing to the northmost side of this room, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like one's kind of, facing north and one's facing south. Opposite directions. All right. Real quick, the people up top. Anything different than what you've been doing?
No, not unless we see something.
Right.
Keep
Okay.
it back
All
on
right.
time.
Cool. All right. So someone's you're gonna load up a boat, a ballista bolt.
Yeah.
Which one? The one facing north or south?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So you go down. You squeeze back through that hole, and then yeah, you can go grab a bolt or a spear or whatever, and then
I'll
you
grab a
can-
couple.
Okay. All right. You grab a couple, and then you load it up.
Gonna fire it.
Just who cares?
Oh wait, I made a mistake. You can't see the one on the top. I'm sorry. The one on the bottom, the one facing south, you can see. The one on the top is actually covered by rocks and shit.
Okay.
My
That
bad.
one was a figment of your imagination.
Yeah. I south the wrong direction. Yeah, he starts walking to the north side and putting the bolts down, and then he realizes that's not the right one. Picks the bolts back up and starts walking to the other one.
Okay. Yeah. So what you do is so you go upstairs, then you swim down through the hole, and then you go to the bolt, ballista thing in the back. You load it up, and you fire it, and it functions, and it just and it just creates like a huge, cloud of soot and dust as it it shoots through the dirt. And
I
the
do a
grass.
thumbs up.
You go what?
I do a thumbs up.
Okay.
So what did it hit? I mean, did it hit it like what kind of inside? Just a bunch of rock formations that this boat is trapped under, right?
Say again.
What kind of? So the boat is underwater, just trapped by all these rocks and stuff, right?
Right, right. So I mean, like, there's rocks where like mainly over here, over here, kind of like where the entrance was,
Okay.
right? And then this part where you are is actually underneath the surface. So there's like soot and whatever stuff, and grass and whatever, and it's like the ballista. It's like kind of pointing up a little bit, like at an angle. So it's just it breaks through the dirt and it cuts through whatever grass and stuff that was blocking it. So you can see like a tiny bit of light, through all the soot and mud and everything.
Put another bolt.
Yeah, and that shot, just so everybody knows the directions, it's shot like that way.
Okay.
Huh.
Hmm. So the second one came through.
What second one? I'm sorry.
So yeah, he's gonna load another one and shoot it. He
Okay.
said it made a small hole, so he's gonna do it
Okay.
again.
Yeah, the second one has a lot less resistance. Like the path has already been cut, and just same thing.
So do the people upstairs see that?
The people upstairs do not see that.
So it's not pointing up.
It's not pointing up. It's just it's almost perpendicular to the ground. Just a
Okay.
slight angle. It's not like up.
Hmm. Okay. That's cool.
Right. Haji, what are you doing?
Still working on more gems. But at some point I do like sit in the throne and kind of look around the room.
All right.
Just,
let me get another athletics check. Did you
got
probably
it.
another one out?
Athletics. Oh no.
Uh,
All right, yeah, you're there, and you actually will take. As soon as it comes through. All right, 3 points of lightning damage. And yeah, so you're there and you're trying to pry this out, and you start feeling that buzz, and you're like, whatever, no big deal. And then it's like just you end up slipping, and it's like, zzz. And everyone in here, you visibly see like a little arc of electricity, and zap them. Quick little flash of light. And then after that, you can sit down and look around and do whatever.
I go over to where he is. Nothing else. And I
Some of
just
my hair
look.
is probably standing. Even though we're underwater, it's just supercharged right now. Oh my god. And I
What?
just look over with a big ass smile.
What was that?
A shrug. I don't know.
You do know. I look at the dagger in his hands. Um, I want to take a look at this throne too while I'm over here. Just
Okay.
see if I know any of these symbols or like what these gems are or anything. Just taking a look.
I mean, you don't recognize any of these symbols or anything like that. The gems just look like they just look really nice and pretty. Like very high end. From I mean, you're not like a jeweler or anything, right? Like you don't have proficiency
No,
in
no,
jewelers. Okay, yeah.
no.
So these are just like nice, pretty stones, and the chair looks very well made. You can't really make out any cultural references as to like the craftsmanship, but it's like a really nice wood that it's held up really well. After being on the water for however long it's been, and there's like gold trim and filigree and just beautiful artwork, or whatever on this throne.
Mm, okay.
It's medium sized.
And you said that I would can tell that it's is it like holding up well than things normally should down
Yeah, yeah,
underwater?
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Why? Can I like try to figure out why that is? Like, is it made out of some kind of wood or something? Or
Let me get. Let me think. Let me think. Let me just get it. Let me get an intelligence check for you. Just a general
oh,
intelligence check.
all right, great. Yeah.
No, it's just. I mean, you're not sure. It could. It could just be really well made. It could have some kind of. It could be like sealed in this type of oil. It could be magically protected. I mean, it's just a really nice. Really nice setup down here. Compared to the chests that were brought up by
Yeah.
Haji, this
Yeah.
stuff is holding up way better than those chests are.
Okay. Hey, Hashad,
Yes.
did you notice that this is holding up a lot better than it should be?
No.
Well, it is. I don't know why. I don't know. We're looking for weird things under here, and this is about the only weirdest thing I've seen.
Would you like to keep it?
I don't think we could take this with us.
But we have a hook.
Is this? I hate to ask this. Is this throne like fixed to the floor? Like it's fixed to the floor?
Yeah, it's bolted in.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I I will bite the I will bite this thing up. I don't care. we, we need to keep this chair.
You already started taking the gems out.
It protects itself.
What do you mean?
Sit in it. Then I'll get up.
I give Ajad a very unsure look before I hesitantly take a seat in the throne.
All right, yeah, you sit down and it's nice. It's a little hard, but it's nice.
Is something supposed to happen?
Interesting. Okay, stay there, and I'll try to pry up another gem.
All right, go ahead.
Gonna electrocute me.
Roll athletics.
Uh,
If you roll a 1, I.
Okay. Yeah, you go back to that same one that zapped you before, with stubborn pride, and you kind of said, I'm gonna show you who's boss or whatever, and you wind up popping this one out, and it's blue. But same thing, a nice 3-inch diameter gem, but it's more flat than so it has like the marquee shape from the top, but it's flat instead of it coming down to the point.
okay.
I don't get it.
It's not working.
What's not working? I don't understand what you're trying to do.
It zapped me.
Oh,
It was like, okay, when the light. Oh, when we saw Sparky and he was flying through the air, and um, and there was lightning around Sparky, and that's why we named him Sparky.
yeah.
Okay, so imagine that the chair can emanate lightning.
It it can just like it can just make lightning.
Yes,
Huh.
I was zapped by the chair.
But you weren't zapped by the chair this time.
You're right. I don't know. I am not entirely sure why it happened this time, but it happened before.
Hmm.
Actually, the first time that I pulled out the gem and I show him the green gem, the first time it kind of gave me like a little jolt, but it didn't hurt.
What, like maybe magic crystals or something? Hmm.
I don't know. You try.
I-
And I hold out
I don't know if I want to deface this throne. I'll take the dagger. I'll go for it. Why not?
All right, let me get an athletics check. All right, yeah.
Damn.
You go and you find, you go around and on the side or whatever, you find a nice, clear one, and you pop it out. You feel that like that soft electric buzz or whatever, but not enough to cause damage. You pop it out.
Oh. Oh. I see what you mean.
It was kind of pleasant, right?
Yeah, weirdly. How many more of these gems are left?
Well, let's say those are like the 3 largest. There are a bunch of gems. I mean, you sit there and count for a little bit. There's probably at least 40. But they're all different sizes. A lot of them are smaller and things like that or whatever. Let's say now about 40 minutes have gone by.
Do you think this is what this can't be what Dibble was talking about?
There is only one way to find out.
And that is, don't tell me try to pry this throne from the floor.
Then I will not tell you.
I look around for Shen.
He's out trying to like position the ballista to shoot up, trying to maneuver it.
Shen. And I wave him over.
He looks disappointed, put the bolts down, and goes follow.
Shen, we don't have much time left. Do you... This is the only thing.
I mean, we have all the time in the world.
No, you have all the time in the world. I think we only drank potions.
Oh,
Can Shen see anything else about the room besides this throne and the two ballistas?
Well, one.
Because he, yeah, because
Uh,
he hasn't done a perception check yet. He wasn't that interested, but they're like, okay, this is the only thing, and he's like looking around.
yeah. Other than what has been, pointed out by the other
Mm,
two, he doesn't find anything of interest.
okay. Mm. He's just looking like, I mean, I don't know if we're talking or not talking, but he's just looking like, you want me to break that down?
I look at him odd.
I smile.
He takes his axe out.
What do you want to do?
Okay, we're not ruining the throne.
He lowers the
Take-
axe.
Okay, I'll point. I'll point at the legs of it. Um, like basically where it's everywhere it's bolted.
Hmm.
I'll like point, you know, an inch or two above that, and just point out like heat here.
So you're talking about cutting the actual legs, not the floorboard.
Why don't we cut the floorboard?
I did not think of that. I will be honest.
I pat his own shoulder. Let's just break the floorboard and see if we can do that.
Okay. Yep, he will do that. Why not? Actually, I have a crowbar.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh,
how badly, how how nicely bolted is this thing?
It looks nicely bolted.
Like
I mean,
metal or wood?
I mean, you can't like. I mean, it looks metal. You know.
But I mean, like a couple inches thick.
Well, no, the bolt itself. I mean, the head of the bolt is maybe, like an inch and a half wide. So the stem is probably thinner.
Yeah. He's gonna try with the crowbar first. Put it down into one of the bolts before he starts chopping at the floor.
So all right. So you want to like dig underneath the leg of the chair where it's touching the floorboard, or do you want to be on top of that but underneath the head of the bolt?
Between the floorboard and the nail.
Between the floorboard and
So like I don't want I want to like not damage the floor. Like see if I can take it off unless it looks like it's a single.
okay, hold on.
Key?
Let's just whatever. That's the leg. Then you got the bolt,
Mhm.
and then the floorboard. So where do you want to put the crowbar? Here
Where's the
or
crowbar?
here?
It's the bottom one.
The bottom one. So between the floorboard and the bottom of the thing. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Let me get an athletics check with advantage, please.
while he's doing that, I'm gonna backtrack and make sure we didn't miss anything, like any kind of entrances or anything special.
Okay.
'Cause this doesn't seem like it's it.
All right. All right, Shen. You get that. The wedge it in underneath there, and you put all your weight down on it and kind of like jump up and then kind of like, "Rrr," and it pushes the floorboard down around it. And you can see like the bolt a little bit, but it's gonna take some finagling.
How long does the nail look like?
It's at least 3 inches thick. At least 3 inches long because that's how thick the floor is. You can't, you kind of push it down a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
so you can see it goes through, but it's gonna be at least,
Yeah, but so if the floor is moving down, then that means it's not. Because what I was afraid of is there's something at the other end, like a metal plate holding this together. But if the floor is moving down, then that means this thing is just nailed to a 3-inch wooden board. So, yep, he's gonna hack at it. Just put the crowbar back and just kind of try to neatly cut the floor around this thing.
Okay. Another Let's say another 5 minutes or so go by of solid hacking, and you cut around the perimeter of this thing, and it just falls down.
I was afraid of that. So wait, are we in a room we haven't been in before when it sinks down?
No, no. If you look through the hole that the chair just fell through, you can see along the wall like the tattered fabrics and stuff that you were just looking at.
Ah, okay. So it's like that.
So you guys
Sweet.
got like 10 or 15 minutes left.
We have 15 minutes left. So yeah, I guess he just looks because I was never told the entire plan of this. He was just told to cut it out, so he did.
Uh, I'll like ride it down like a freaking bull. And then
I mean, it
when
doesn't
it
fall that
lands,
far. It only falls like 10 feet.
Mhm.
okay. When it lands and the dust settles again, I like look up at them. Uh,
As we're looking down.
this this is going to be harder than I thought.
Yeah. How are we going to get it up?
All right, you guys can spend the next 15 minutes thinking about that as we take our break.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
All right, we'll be back in about 15 minutes or so. Hello, hello.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
All
hi.
right. Hello.
Been so quiet today, Tyler.
I'm not in the water. I'm just enjoying the shit.
All right. Oh, what did I miss? Look at all that typing. Okay. Steve, are you back? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So, what do you guys want to do? People on the ship.
On which ship?
Underwater. I'm sorry.
Ah, well, I guess Shen was just. Well, yeah, so Shen was just kind of waiting for them to tell them what to do with this thing. But if I guess the plan is to take it up, bring it back up. So he's gonna, I guess, get a rope from his back to try to drag this stuff out.
All right. So you take
I'm just
another.
confused. Yeah, I'm just confused. He doesn't know what the heck is going on with his throne, and there are no more doors for him to open. So
All right. So you went underneath the water with all your gear. I'm assuming everybody.
yeah, mhm. Yeah, I
Backpack and
didn't take
all.
anything. I just kind of.
Okay. All right. So you get your rope, I guess, and you're gonna wrap it around this throne, secure it,
Mhm.
and then what are you gonna do?
Try to bring it up. I mean, it shouldn't be too heavy in the water. So
Okay.
On my while he was hacking away at the floor by the throne, and I went back and took a look around. I didn't find anything else, did I?
No, nothing else of interest.
Okay, that's what I figured.
All right. So are you trying to lift this thing, or are you trying to go up top and pull it? How do you want to do this?
to pull the throne, he wants to swim down to it and kind of tie it in a nice way that it
Mm-hmm.
anchors moving up.
Okay.
Because I do have, I think, 100 feet of rope, if I remember correctly. Let
Yeah,
me
yeah,
check.
yeah. I mean, it only went down like 10 feet.
Yeah.
So
So yeah. Yep. He's just gonna go down and try to tie it because I know we're running out of time. As of last time that I think Arby said, or somebody said something about time.
okay.
So he's gonna just try to tie it, secure the four legs, and anchor it like on the top. So when I'm pulling from the very top of
Okay.
the thing.
All right. So all right, cool. You fasten the rope around it. What are you doing? You're going back up now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're up top, and you're gonna start pulling this thing. Anybody want to help?
Yeah, I'm helping him.
All right, cool. Let me get an athletics check with advantage, please.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You're able to pull it up, and it's kind of like getting stuck, as you're pulling it up and whatnot. After a couple of minutes between everybody, you finagle this throne back up to the same deck that you're on. All right, you guys got like 5 minutes left.
Mm. Yeah, just keep dragging it up. I mean, yeah, if we're all working together, like if I'm pulling it, and then we have either Arby or Hajjat kind of spotting it from the sides.
Sure.
Yeah, just trying to pull it out, I guess. At least out enough to be out in, like, by the octopus thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys, you're able to drag it, and down a couple of stairs, boom, boom, and then you guys can start like kind of pulling it up through the cave.
Mhm.
Let me get one more athletics check with advantage.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are able to get it outside of the cave entrance.
Once we are outside of the cave entrance, and we breach that opening, I would like to cast Water Walk on all three of us. So that'll
Okay.
try to help.
Go ahead and pull that up.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So that'll help buoy us a little bit, maybe.
Okay, yeah. So as soon as you cast that, all three of you immediately shoot up to the top, and you're all standing on the top of the water now. I'm assuming at least one person is holding the rope.
Yep, Shan is.
All right, cool. Yeah, so you all come up, bloop, bloop, and everybody in the boat sees everybody, rise to the surface quickly, and now they're all standing on top of the water.
I'm impressed they're all in one piece.
I'm still grasping for the throne on all fours, like on my knees, just banging on the water.
I mean, you can hold on to. Let's see, if you target submersion liquid, the spell carries to the top. Oh yeah, so it's gonna pull you up. All right, yeah. So eventually, I guess you'll. I mean, if you want to cling on to the throne, instead of getting pulled up, that's fine. You can do that.
And have some weird resistance.
Yeah, like you feel like you're being pulled up, but you latch on.
So can the people on the boat on the surface see the throne?
The people that are on the surface cannot see the throne. It'll be too far for any of them, even with dark
Yeah.
vision. And the people who are just above the surface barely see the throne because it's like
How?
right at the end of your dark vision.
So it's like 40 feet down?
No, 60.
I mean, because I was holding the rope,
Mm-hmm.
so wouldn't it be kind of floating midway? Because I'm still holding the rope at the same distance I had.
I mean, you could if you don't want to go
Yeah.
to the surface, then you don't have to. That's fine.
No. I mean,
Well, I assume we're pulling the throne up anyway.
right. Like I thought it was still holding it. I mean, it's not superbly heavy underwater. So I thought that as we were going up, the thing would have just kind of been hanging. I mean, I would struggle to keep it up, but I would be on the surface, just holding it kind of midway. If it's on the bottom, it's fine.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't. No. I mean, no, it's still heavy.
Mhm.
Like a rock underwater is still heavy. It's like when things have air in them. That's when they start becoming like more buoyant.
Well, I'll help them pull it out.
But yeah, you guys, collectively, if you guys are all standing on the top of the water and just your arm over fist or whatever, arm over arm, hand over hand, you can eventually, pull that up without a problem. And there's a haji attached to it.
I frown. How come I frown? It's like my natural state. I just frown. It just came out. Right. So. Uh, well, at least you made it out. Did you find anything?
I point to the throne.
Trying to cover the disappointment in Jules' face is kind of hard.
About the only interesting thing we found down there.
It is a throne that fights back.
Hold on, we'll get there. We need to get this throne on the boat.
Right. I'd like make no move to help, but sure.
Yeah. I mean, you guys can eventually, you carry the throne over to the boat and you could place it on it if you like.
So it's made of this. So, where was this throne found?
Well, let's start with the fact that the cave is a boat. It's not just a cave.
A sheep.
A ship, yeah.
Okay.
There was a room. Well, there were several rooms, but there was a room in particular with this throne in it. None of us could understand what it was, but whenever you mess with the gems, it, as Hajad said, fights back. Can't make
So
anything of the symbols.
Anyone on a ship with a passive of, let's say, 15 or higher will immediately notice, where the larger gems have been removed.
a passive what?
15?
Perception?
Oh, perception. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's me.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. Well, no, because what Jules is, I mean, Jules is not. Jules is trying to see. Okay, so there's symbols. Are there arcane symbols or divine symbols?
Neither.
Like a language then?
Let me get a general intelligence check.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Oh. You guys are back?
Mm. So it's like a language then. It's not a.
No, not. See, yes. It looks more. Hold on. I'll whisper you a different word.
Hieroglyphs.
Wingdings.
Paint by colors.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Right. Anything else of interest down there?
No, not really. Didn't find much at all.
I assume if you didn't find much at all, then we didn't have access to the entire ship.
If there was more to the ship, we didn't see any other entrances.
Yet.
I'm just trying to figure out. So it's a proper throne. It's a proper sitting throne of some sort.
Yeah, it looks really nice. I mean, a mixture of wood and gold, and you can see the gems, and you can see the artwork, and it doesn't give off the sense of like royalty or anything like that. But this is a really nice chair for it to just be a chair.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out why here, or why period, like who it belongs to, and I don't think I can get that from what I know. I will just, it's been a while, so I guess I'll start casting detect magic
Okay.
as a ritual.
All right. Anybody else doing anything during those 11 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever?
I'm going to look to the chair because did something.
All right. You looking at anything in particular, or just kind of just?
We'll see if anything catches my. Nothing's going to catch my eyes. So,
Well, if Flint's coming over to it, I'll just kind of point out some of the spots and just kind of mention that this looks some sort of like a sky chart, like something reflecting the skies or constellations and stuff like that. I'll point that out to him.
Okay. Yeah. Once she points that out, it becomes pretty obvious to you. Let me get an intelligence check from you, Flint.
I can do it. I don't know how good it's going to be.
Oh,
Hey,
Hey,
Hey!
nice.
All right. Give me 1 second.
When she points it out, I'm like still staring. I start staring at the at the patterns again.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, that makes more sense.
I still have no idea. Oh, show them the other gems.
Okay. Alright, so Jules is starting to cast her spell. Angry typing. Alright. Anybody else doing anything during those 10 minutes or so? You have Flynn examining the chair.
I'm still keeping watch.
Alright.
I don't trust the water.
Okay. Alright. Alright, couple minutes go by and everybody sees, Jules start focusing. And you can tell her senses are reaching out. And I will whisper you.
Okay.
Yes. Whisper DM.
Yeah, while I'm looking at the chair, I'm also just going to kind of glance in Hajat's direction just in case there's any new glowy things in him.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
While I'm looking at the chair, I'm going to also like cast a glance at Hajat just to make sure there's no new glowy things on him.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, one more time, Jules. I'm so sorry.
No, not a problem. No, I'm just being smart. Like when I'm looking at the chair with detect magic on, I just kind of glance at Hajat just to make sure there's no new shiny things on him.
Oh.
He's typing.
Is that a yes?
You talking to me?
Oh.
Yeah.
What did you say? I can't hear you.
I'm just gonna turn point blank at Hajat and just see if he has any other items that he didn't have when he first went into the water, because I've probably detected magic on him a lot recently. So I just
Oh,
want to
okay.
make sure he doesn't have anything else.
No, nothing.
Well, I kind of know what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've read about these sort of like helms that you can pilot vessels through the means of magic, and they're not necessarily like sea ships or airships, but more like spaceships.
What?
Yeah, you heard me.
Oh my god, I was right.
Like outer atmosphere, like above airship, like top tier.
I mean, to everybody in the group, it's, the concept of traveling, outside of the atmosphere is completely foreign. Jules, with your intelligence and your research background, you've probably heard, bits and pieces of it, more theories than anything else.
Yeah.
But it's not completely alien to you. It's just super, super vague.
Mhm. Is it dangerous?
Not underwater.
Do we need it?
Us, we might not need the ship, but whoever had the ship might be somebody to speak to.
Any way we can find them?
Oh, me?
Do we even know who had it?
I don't know. I don't know if I read anything about who had them.
This is going to be difficult to transport if we're going to be lugging it around all the way to Kesman. If it is not going to help us on our immediate quest, I suggest we put it back where it belongs.
Actually, Flint, let me get a perception check from you, please.
Uh, you know what I don't do well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carry on.
On par. Doesn't even matter if I roll good. I don't know. There might be something to say. Who was what? Were there any like other things in there?
There
Well,
really wasn't.
No, like heraldry or banners or
Oh. Was there?
No.
No.
there's no like little hearts carved into the hull with like H plus A.
I start thinking really hard about that.
H plus A. I wonder.
Well, the throne itself seems to have.
Do you need me to go check?
No, you don't need to check.
Can I try to, now that I know sort of what this thing is, can I try to use my this thing here to see if I can maybe delve deeper into my knowledge pool?
Well, you already rolled a natural 20.
Well, I know, but it
So-
was different.
A double natural
So
20.
that's kind of like, the information I gave you.
No, okay. Just wondering.
Well, the only thing I can tell about this piece here is there was quite a bit of magic. Don't know what it would do, but it's probably some mixture of enchantment, direction, and transmutation. And if you guys said that it was fighting you back, probably some sort of defense mechanism.
Yeah, it gave, like, shocks. But only through the crystals, so.
The crystals that are missing.
I look at Todd. Yeah.
I shrug. Listen. We
Look,
cannot.
Go ahead.
We cannot bring this with us all the way to Caspian unless you're going to travel. How heavy is this thing anyway? Now that it's on the boat, does it look like really, really sturdy heavy?
It's pretty heavy, between like all the gold and like the thick and heavy wood or whatnot. I mean, this thing is probably a solid 300 pounds.
Yes, I don't know what you want to do with it. If it's not going to help us on our quest, I would suggest we leave it somewhere for a more leisurely investigation of it at a later time.
Well, we can't. We're not exactly versed in figuring out how magic things work, so
Well,
that's
you are
why we
not.
brought it here.
Well, thank you. It's a very nice specimen. Now let's put it back.
If there's anything else down there that's, I don't know, could be the thing we're looking for, I think all of us would need to be down there to figure that one out.
I can do that tomorrow.
I shrug. I'm not sure what's so interesting about this, but if we must.
Especially, you know, with the star map here. Maybe if it cleared off a little bit and stopped raining, maybe I can try to like figure out how to use it. That'd be cool, right? Maybe for me. I don't know. I'm just kind of into this stuff.
I didn't even know what it was, so.
Jules nods. So it's getting late now, isn't it? 6 or something?
It's about yeah, it's like just past 6:15, 6:30 ish.
Yeah, because it takes us an hour to get down here, right?
Well, actually, no, it's more than that because we did. Yeah, it took about no, about 40 minutes.
Okay.
You know, to get to the site, and then the potions were an hour. You know, and then detect magic another 10 minutes or so. So yeah, it's like 6:30 ish.
You know, I haven't really read into this kind of spaceship deal, but I wouldn't have thought they were made of wood, of all things.
It's made of, I mean, magic. I mean, you can make anything with protection magic.
Is that why it was so pristine? It didn't decay like normal wood should in water.
Probably.
But the ship that it was found in, you said.
Yeah, the ships would behave normally.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that a ship of that caliber would be made of wood. I mean, I guess I can't see. I'm too far anyway to try to see if I could get any glances. So it's too far. We detect magic. But, I mean, so should we bring it back to shore and spend the night investigating it? Try back again tomorrow.
All right.
Wait, don't want to spend the night on the boat? Like how
No.
spacious is this? I could have like 30 of me on here.
I think we can go back to land.
So actually, it'll be closer to 7. So you guys want to all go back?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no, like, no, how do you call this? Like, there's no ground. Like, there's no, like, rock formations high enough to make it into, like, a surface level, like a little island here, out here.
No. This is
No.
just open water.
Okay, yeah. Back to line.
Alrighty. Alright. You guys make it back to land without issue. Okay. And it is about just before 8. You know, sun is still up, but it's starting to set.
Well, the boat's still here.
Probably got
Alright.
half an hour of daylight left.
Make sure you set the chair somewhere that I can, have a clear view of the sky. Please and thank you.
Shen's gonna look to Esbjorn like, need to drag this thing out of the boat.
Well, yeah, I have to collapse the boat.
Yep.
You had to take everything out of the boat.
Jules is going to suggest to Shen to just, well, it's still tied up. It still has the rope. So just suggest him to hold the rope. And she's just going to cast levitate on it.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Oh,
Very nice. That works. A little quick incantation and a little magical field of energy surrounds the throne and it begins to float.
Yes.
It doesn't affect it or repel it.
Say again?
It doesn't affect, like, it doesn't fight my spell or anything.
No. It just starts floating.
Okay. Yeah, you can move it around like a balloon now.
Very cool.
Espeon will take whatever chests that we had on there off.
Okay.
yeah, I'll help with that.
All right. Yeah, everybody unloads the boat. Brings everything on
Once it's
shore.
off, I'll collapse into a little box again.
Little box. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay.
Stuffed into my bag.
I'm going to create a character and attach it to the boat. Okay.
Okay.
That way it's
Next time I'll just use the other boat just to mess with you. Probably put the canoe as the other boat.
Say again?
So you probably could use this canoe as the other.
Oh yeah, the other form. Okay, that should be in your journal now.
Boat. Yes.
Okay. Chests are on shore. All right.
Oh no! I'm in water. Help me.
Yeah, I'm where everybody else. Land. Okay, what's everybody doing?
Finding a decent spot away from the water to set tiny hut.
And
Where is the thread?
Shen has it.
It's a balloon.
floating. Yeah, it's floating like 20 feet up in the air.
I am waiting for it to come down.
Ten minutes concentration. If, as part of my move, I'm also like kind of dragging it towards me. And as I see like Hajar kind of eyeing it, I'll like kind of sway it behind a tree so he can't see it.
I don't think I have a very clear view of the night sky over in those trees. Excuse me, Shen. Stop walking so fast.
Well, I don't think it's wise to just set camp in the middle of where we can be seen.
You can set camp anywhere.
All right, for all intent purposes, when the bubble is created, everybody has to be within the bubble. You don't have to move your tokens, but you know, we'll just assume everybody's in there, and then okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but Jules still doesn't want to just cast it like out in the open, like completely open. But just send some light.
I mean,
You can put it wherever you want.
yeah.
I go over here, like in the middle of all these trees, like right smack middle of the trees.
All right, yeah, go ahead, drop it.
I'm kidding.
Make it in the middle of the water. Why not?
I mean, just kind of half in the under a tree and then, you know, half kind of in the open. A compromise, because I still think it's a bad idea to do that.
I didn't ask for your bubble to be there. I just want the chair.
Well, yeah, like Shen will just hand you the rope.
Oh no.
just gonna stop concentration on the spell.
Oh shit.
Hold on, I can grab it. Okay, fine. So do you want the chair to be where exactly?
Just somewhere that I have a semi clear view of the night sky.
Right. So just
It's still
not under a
raining.
tree.
so, and I'm just gonna move it. Like I'm trying to be like just
I don't want it in the bubble, just in case there's some magical thing that happens. There we go. See, that's fine.
just like moving it, like I'm positioning it like annoyingly specific, like
I've
angling it perfectly, and just just being sarcastic as heck.
Haji, where's that light source coming from?
I'm not sure.
Oh wait, no,
did you?
I got you. Hold on, never mind.
Yeah, did you give him my bow?
No.
No.
I got it. I'm
Oh.
good. Okay,
Oh,
everybody should be back to dark vision now. Actually, RV, you will have the bright light from your bow. Let me adjust that.
But we normally get the fire going because it's already like 9 something.
Okay, here we go.
yeah. I'll keep it on until we make a fire.
Okay. Alrighty. I don't see Shen. Okay, there he goes.
Yep.
He was camouflaged into the background.
Yeah, and I stand by the chair. And yeah, when the spell breaks down, she's just gonna drop it down.
Alright, you guys are gonna start a little fire. Let me get your fire going.
And Jules doesn't understand the chair as much, but she's still gonna draw, like all the symbols on it and all the. Just gonna draw it in the book.
Okay. I don't see the fire. Is the fire there or no?
Yep.
Yeah, there's
I
a
see it.
fire there.
You do see it? I don't see it on mine.
Yep. It's not providing light.
Oh, there it goes. Okay, I see it now. Oops, did I move something?
No, I moved the bubble so you
Okay.
can see it.
Alrighty. Okay. Should be good to go. Alright. So camp is made, and you guys start hanging out and doing whatever as the sun sets.
The chests.
The
So
chests.
far away.
Alright, they'll be inside.
Okay. I'm gonna rock tonight.
Alright.
If we have any snake meat left, I'll fry that up. Whatever.
There's some like, wherever the carcass was, and there's like flies and
Oh,
other stuff all around it by this time.
scratch. Yeah.
Even though like the rain is starting to pick up.
I hear it. So yeah, Jules is gonna sit on the corner of the bubble, like right next to the the throne on the other side, and just gonna start drawing, like just hunch over and just start drawing it.
Okay. Alright, what are you drawing?
The throne and all the symbols that I can see from my position inside the bubble.
Okay, cool. Let me just get a quick investigation from you.
Okay.
Okay. It's kind of, you see a lot of different things on there, and there's a couple of, obvious things that you can see, but a lot of it just kind of blends together, So like anything that you can, kind of recognize, you'll be able to pick that out. But there's still a couple of foreign elements left.
Yep, I just want to get enough that I can use research her later.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Haji, doing anything?
Yeah, I'd like, go over, sit in the chair for a bit.
Okay.
And then, then I'll go to sleep at some point, maybe wake up later on and, during watch, I would definitely sit in the chair.
All right. So Haji goes to the throne and falls asleep in the chair as he's being rained on heavily. All right, Flint, what are you doing?
Well, there's no night sky, so I'll just go to sleep. Maybe when I wake up for watch, there will be.
Okay, Arby.
If I wake up for watch.
Yeah, I'll go to sleep.
Okay. All right, and Esbion, are you doing anything?
If somebody's keeping watch, I'll go to bed. If nobody's keeping watch, I'll keep watch.
I don't know unless Shannon's keeping watch.
Yeah, sure. He'll take the first watch.
All right, Shannon's taking the first watch. Okay. Let me get everybody else is resting. Jules is doing her little drawing and whatever, note taking.
Yeah, she's fine.
All right, cool. All right, Shen, let me get a D8, please.
Ha!
There we go.
Yeah.
At least it was not in the water.
Ooh, about time. Okay. Yeah, my computer's
That-
lagging a bit.
Man, I should have put Shen to sleep so Jules couldn't just see her jacket attack and not do anything about it.
Okay.
That would have been fine.
All right, Shen, let me get a perception at disadvantage from you, please.
Okay. 16.
Not bad. Okay. Shen, as you're there, enjoying the comfort of the hut, you start seeing a couple of pair of glowing eyes over,
Okay.
like, coming from over here.
Okay.
Like over here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I only saw one ping. Was it two of them?
Oh,
Just
okay.
one?
Yeah, it was like up here and like over here. I don't know why it's not pinging the second time. There
Yeah,
we
okay,
go.
that was-
There we go.
Okay.
I think those two little gifts are what's slowing down my shit, which is really sad. Because those
Gift?
files are tiny. Yeah, the bubble and the fire. Oh well.
Okay, well, I just paused the bubble, so. Okay. Yeah, he's going to kind of not shift too much, but he's like looking over. So he saw those two things, and now he's gonna be looking over at this direction, like to see if anything might try to come because I know Hajat's outside. But if
Okay.
there's stuff on the east, he wants to make sure there's nothing coming from the west.
All right. You look out, and you can hear there's like a slight, like guttural sound coming, and there's something coming out of the water onto land, and you can hear it kind of like drag itself on the land. And
Okay.
hold on. Let's see, there we
Oh,
go. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's going to quietly. Oh no, never mind the quietly.
Okay.
Going to wake up Hajat first because he's closer. I mean, actually, Jules is awake too, but she didn't see a thing. So he's going to come outside, shake Hajat awake quietly,
Okay.
as in trying to drag him into the bubble.
All right. Let me get a stealth check, Shin.
Normal.
Yes. Well, are you wearing a heavy armor or whatever?
I am.
Whatever's
I
normal
am.
for you.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, you go reach out or whatever, and it's like, just a heavy clinking sounds are made, and you go to, quickly wake up Hajad, which you do because of the loud noise of, your arm hitting the chair.
Mhm.
And at that point, let's, Haji, Jules, and Shin roll initiative.
Would they not have woken anybody up?
No.
No.
Not yet.
Okay.
So just Jules and Haji.
That's. Oh, I didn't click on him. Let's go back and do this. So Shen's was actually. Oh, yeah, Shen actually rolled a natural one.
Okay.
Jeez, not only did he completely miss it, he completely stopped paying attention.
All right. All right, Haji, you hear a loud clanging sound, and Shen's right next to you. He seems like he's trying to reach, like to grab you.
Ah, what?
He's gonna point over to the two things as he's kind of trying to get on his feet, because I'm assuming that he just fell over the chair. Over this way. What? Computers? That's very low. Yep.
Hold on, wait. Jules goes first. Okay, Jules, I'm sorry. I
No,
don't
you're
know
fine.
why I said Shen first. Oh, you got
Oh,
a
no,
free
that's the
turn.
one.
You got a free turn.
Yep.
Okay, so what do you want to do? What's your passive?
10.
10? Hold on.
I think it's 10.
No.
It is 10.
Okay, yeah, you don't see anything. So what would you like to do? There's a commotion happening between Shen and Haji.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I've tried to look around to see what's up. I mean, just to make sure the chair's still there, or...
Okay, let me get perception and disadvantage.
Wow, to see the chair 5 feet away from me.
No, just roll the damn dice. Okay, you see the chair right there. You start hearing the shuffling coming from the water side.
Okay, so that was my one turn. And then on my second turn...
Well, you still have a bonus and a move if you want to do anything.
Yep, nope, don't want to do anything.
Okay.
I don't get involved.
All right, cool. Then your turn.
Yep, on my turn, I'm actually going to, against my better judgment, wake up Arvi and Esbjorn.
Okay.
If I can do both. If not, I'll
I mean,
start
you,
with
you
Arvi.
can you can like scream, wake up, or you can try and nudge one of them awake.
Yeah, I'm
you
not
know.
screaming for it. I'm not screaming. I'm just like nudging Arvi awake.
Okay, all right, that's cool. So RV, you'll start coming to. I'll have you roll initiative at the end of the turn.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else, Jules?
Nope.
All right. Haji, what would you like to do?
I mean, have they pointed it out to me yet?
I mean, when you wake up, you quickly just look around and you can hear, like with your passive, you can hear and now you can see them too now. You can see the movement, and they look like crocodiles or alligators rather.
Huh.
They're coming towards the camp.
I'll like hop off the chair and then try to drag it in with me.
Oh dear.
Okay. Let me get an athletics check from you. What's your strength? Oh yeah, that shit ain't moving.
My strength is a 12.
Okay.
It wasn't going nowhere. And then I'll just kind of give up and just go inside the bubble.
Okay.
Well, question, because we didn't put it inside my tiny hut when I cast, so it shouldn't be able to enter it anyway.
You can bring objects in, can't you?
No. Nope. Objects that are inside it at the time. Creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast a spell, can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it.
Holy shit. Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, alright. Very interesting. And no light escapes, right?
Correct.
Okay, let me knock down this campfire then. So it's just gonna be 10 feet of bright. Okay. I don't think I did that right, but whatever. Okay. Anything else, Haji?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. looking to charge onto the land. Okay, that's it for them. And you can hear them all like, and hissing and making alligator sounds as they charge onto the land. Shen is sitting there with his thumb in his ass. Jules, you're up. Shen doesn't know what to do. It's like, does he defend the camp? Does he protect the chair?
Well, yeah,
Like, what's going on?
he fell off. Right? That, so. Nope, Jules is. Why is he going to wake up Esbjorn? Hey, please
Oh,
stop.
RV, roll initiative.
Yeah, let's see. Okay.
Alright, and Jules will wake up. Okay, cool.
Yep, this is Esbjorn.
And then we'll have Esbjorn roll at the end of the turn.
Don't want to wake up.
Okay, anything else, Jules?
Nope.
Alright, Haji?
Nope. Actually, yes. I'm gonna pull Shen in.
Okay. Is he gonna resist?
No? No, because
Okay.
he's probably still prone.
Okay, alright, cool. Let me get athletics with advantage from Haji.
Okay.
Just going with a DC 10. But you never know. Okay, you good? Alright, yeah. Pulls him in. Bloop. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Alright, they'll go. One of them's gonna try and snap, at Shen as he's dragged in. And that's it. They're all kind of like looking at the bubble, kind of like what's going on. RV, you're up.
No way am I moving.
No way, no how.
Not with 3 of them on my side. No way. I'm gonna stay inside the bubble. Just wait it out.
Alrighty. Jules. Hold on, no. Shen?
Esbjorn has to roll for initiative. Right?
No.
Oh, yeah. He wants to attack these things, but seems like such a bad idea. Have we fought these things before? Have we fought these before? I know we've seen them before. I don't remember.
You guys have
anything
come across them quite a few times. Like earlier on in the campaign when you guys were, like traversing by that ruined little area with the bridge. There was a bunch of them.
and they were large size like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like a regular. It's not like a giant or anything like that.
Mm.
It's just regular croc size.
Really want to attack them. Yeah, sure. He's gonna step outside and just attack the one.
Okay. Roll up.
The tentative first hit.
That's a nice hit. Yeah, he just comes crashing down right on this thing's head and like sends blood splattering everywhere. It's still moving, but it looks really, really hurt.
Okay. Something. No, never mind. Yeah, attack it again.
Okay. Roll up.
25.
Yeah, just quick, you just send the axe down right in the same spot as before, and it kind of like pins this thing to the ground, and you quickly step on its snout to retrieve your axe, and it just goes limp.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna stay there and turn.
Okay. Esbjorn, roll initiative, please. And let me get a perception check with disadvantage for Flint.
Do you want me to lose?
Yes.
Should I say that I feel 20?
Okay, yeah, he's still sleeping. Alright, Esbjorn, you'll get a free turn. What would you like to do?
Nothing.
You're just gonna lay there?
I'll like get up and look around and just be like, and then sit back down.
All right. All right, Jules.
Okay, now I wake up Flint. Because
Okay.
if this thing gets damaged, I am not going to be responsible for it. So she's gonna wake him up.
All right.
That's my turn.
Okay. Esbjorn, back to you.
No. I mean, they're just attacking the bubble, right? Or just looking at the bubble.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah. Whatever.
All right, Haji.
I'm gonna hold my action. If one of them attacks the chair, or Shen.
Okay. And what do you? What's the action you're holding?
To hit it with my sword.
Okay. All right. This one will come forward and go to snap at Shen. So go ahead and make your attack roll. Can you attack through the bubble? Did we
No,
discuss
has to be
this?
outside.
Okay,
I
so
was
you
gonna
gotta
do
go
that.
outside then. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, roll
Do
up.
I get sneak attack?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know
Nice.
what now.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. You quickly hop out the bubble and you take your sword and like you stab it like right in the back of its head behind its eyes, and it sinks all the way through the bottom joint, and you quickly pull it out and it just drops. All right, anything else?
No. Is it on top of the chair?
Yeah. At this point, yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. That's it. That's my turn.
All right. Okay, there you go. All right. So it's still their turn. All right. So this one's gonna try. This one's gonna run over its buddy. It's in the same spot, just on top. Give me 1 second. Let me put it here. Okay, cool. So this one's gonna attack Shen. This one's gonna attack Haji, and then the other one runs around and attacks Haji. So we'll do Shen first.
Okay.
All right. 18.
That's a miss.
You're kidding me.
Nope.
Okay.
Huh.
Haji number 1. That's a miss. Haji number 2. That's gonna be a hit. All right. So 7 piercing, and you are grappled. So that was the second one, and it moves 5, 10, 15.
Do I still have the 3 lightning damage, by the way?
Nah, that'll be gone by now. Yeah, because of the ring. That's fine. And then, all right. So you are grappled, and that's it for them. RV, go ahead and roll up.
Okay. Gosh. I want to attack this round. You said in order to elongate this stake, it requires a full action, right?
Was it? I don't know. What did I say? I don't remember.
Yeah, I
if
think
it
that's what you
was
said.
it an action to change the form?
Yeah.
Okay, so then yeah.
Okay. I am going to take out the stake then. I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark this one. Well, crap. No, I can't do that through the bubble. Alright, scratch that. I'm just gonna elongate the stake to rapier. I'm gonna spend my full action doing that.
Okay. Any bonus or move?
Since I can't cast through the bubble, no. That's gonna be it for me.
Okay. Flint, roll initiative, please.
Before Shen? Okay.
Oh well. Okay. Shen goes. But
Yeah.
you can go ahead and roll anyway. Okay. Shen, what would you like to do?
Yep. Smack.
Attack. Okay.
Just the one right next to me.
All right. All right. 2 quick chops. Chop chop. And it's enough to send this thing to the other side.
And then I want to jump over the dead one on the south and on top of the chair. And just kind of land next to Hajat to help him out.
All right. Let me get. What's your acrobatics? Your passive?
It is 10.
10. All right. Let me get an acrobatics check. We're gonna go with DC 15. All right.
Nope.
So yeah, you try hopping over and you fall prone, but you're on top. Hold on, let me just try to layer these things. Okay. Yeah, so you're there and you try and jump over, and it's like you catch your foot, on the top of this thing that's slumped over the chair, and you just like kind of you fall on your face, you're prone.
Yep.
Okay, and
Fair
then
enough.
we're back at the top. Jules. You're up.
Nope. I woke everybody up. Yep. I woke everybody up, and that's my doing. So
Esbjorn?
just what?
Yeah. Nobody's dead yet. I don't need to get involved.
Okay. Haji? You're currently grappled. You're like
That's fine.
This thing's like got you by the leg.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll stab it in the head.
Okay. Roll it. You get sneak damage. And yeah, damn. You're nuking my Crocs. Alright. Yeah, it's like you quickly, you get your blade and you slide it in between, like it's partially opened mouth, and you just like stick your hand all the way down his throat, and it's like it goes to like yank away, and you pull your hand out, and when you do, it's like it just like kind of tilts its head over to the side and wiggles a little bit before it drops. Anything else?
Nope, that will be all.
All right. So there's one left. It can only reach Haji, so it's going to go for Haji. And that's going to miss with a 12. All right. Flint, you're up.
I see the crocodile on top of the chair, and I am going to go run out and start pushing it off.
On to Shen.
Let me get athletics at disadvantage.
Please
What's
not
your strength? You got a pretty good strength, right?
11.
11. Okay, yeah, disadvantage.
Athletics.
Yeah, you're trying to push this thing and it is not moving. You
Get
don't
off
know
my
if it's
chair.
you don't know if it's because this thing weighs 600 or 700 pounds, or if there's another 400 pounds worth of Shen on top of it. You're not sure, but it is not moving. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Arvi.
Okay. Come out of the bubble here. Bonus action hunter's mark on this one right in front of me.
All right, what's your passive insight?
My passive insight is 12.
12. I mean, based on what you've seen so far, from what the group is doing, you might not need to cast that. Maybe, but you can if you want.
If I get the feeling that I don't need to, I won't.
You might not need to. Maybe.
Mm,
How many attacks you get?
How-
2? You get 2
how
attacks?
vague. Yeah, 2 attacks.
You might not be able to. I mean, you might not have to. I'm sorry. We'll leave it at that. 2
All
of
right.
your attacks might kill this.
Alright. If I hit him, let's see. I'll go for it with my order rapier without
Okay.
hunter's mark.
All right, roll up.
There we go.
That +4. That's the hunter's mark.
Whoops.
No, it's
Yeah,
okay.
that's
It's
not
all right.
supposed
It's
to be
cool.
on
All right, so that hits, and you stab this thing really good, and blood starts squirting out. It's still there, but it's
I'm gonna go
it's
for it
hurt.
again.
All
Yeah.
right, go for it.
Huh.
Okay, yeah, that's enough to take it down. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so you go stab this thing, it's like it doesn't notice you at first, so it quickly turns around and opens its mouth, and just instinctively you just ram the rapier right down its gullet, and it snaps closed on the blade, and you quickly put your foot up against its snout, and with both hands you're able to pull it out, and you can hear it like grate on the teeth, like as it gets pulled out, and it stops moving.
Oh.
That's it. Okay. Anything else?
Shen gets up sitting like a slumbering fool. And
I don't know who's that coming from? That static.
Harvey.
Arvin,
Harvey. Okay.
what you doing? Yeah, no, Flynn is sorry, Shen is just feeling really embarrassed about this whole entire thing. It's disaster after disaster, and just gets up.
Get off the chair. Help me move this thing.
And he helps him move the thing.
Yeah, you guys are able to like roll it off, without
Yep.
a problem.
I want to check the chair for damage.
Let
Hey,
me
look.
get an investigation from you. Yeah, you have a light source or no?
I can.
Yeah, let's assume you do your little rock thing real quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and roll the investigation. You're looking over it real quick. You pull out a little magnifying glass, and it does not seem to be damaged in any way.
Okay, good. I can go back to bed.
Okay. Alright, what's everybody else doing?
Trying to go back to drawing if I can.
Okay. Let's see. One before. Okay, that would be at the end of Shen's watch.
Okay. Yeah, so Shen is going to wake up.
Everybody's up.
No, are we going back to sleep? Or is
Well-
somebody just picking up after this watch, like right away?
Well, yeah. So that happened like right at the end of the watch. So
Okay.
who do you want to pass it on to?
Yeah, it's still raining outside, so that means no Flint, from what he said earlier. So he is going to, I guess, look to Esbjorn and not like passing the torch.
Did
I
the bubble
guess.
move?
Huh?
The bubble didn't move, right?
No.
No.
Okay, my fire moved.
Nope. And then
Ow!
All right, who's next?
I am.
Esbjorn.
SBR. Jules, are you still staying up or?
Nope. Nope.
Okay, you're
Nope.
gonna go down. Okay.
Where's my sleep?
All right, SBR, what would you like to do? Haji, are you going back inside the bubble?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing. Just keeping watch inside the bubble so I don't get wet any more than I have today.
Okay. Let me get a D8 from you, please.
2 for 2.
Okay. You're while you're there taking watch, it's relatively peaceful. Nothing happens. You do notice like there was something that checked out like one of these carcasses, like some kind of other animal, but it got scared off, and right, your watch goes by without any other incident. Who do you
Is it
want to
still
wake up?
raining?
Yes.
Okay. I think I want to wake up Arveldis, but before I go to bed, Arveldis, can
tell you something real quick? Maybe a little bit away from everybody else.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
You go
I'll follow
find
wherever.
a
Yeah.
dry tree-ish somewhere.
You come like over here underneath this tree.
Yeah.
Unless you want to go further away. Any large tree will provide some
What
kind of.
I'm more worried about hearing range from people than visual range. But if I think 10, 15 feet whispering through the heavy rain is enough, then I'll do it.
Okay.
So when my third question from this morning, I've already tried to remove curse on Pajad, and that didn't work. So my third question was to see if I had another spell that could help him, and that came back as a negative. So I am slightly worried that I won't have the ability to help him, and he is going fast.
I know. So, when we were in Peleus, that priest, offered to remove the quote-unquote gifts that he has. Do you think that was a lie then, or?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not I haven't fully tapped my clerical potential, but I don't know. I don't know above remove curse and greater restoration what else there is beyond maybe some
Literal divine intervention.
maybe.
Oh God.
Or maybe they want to kill him and resurrect him in a different body and use his gift body for something else. I don't know. Maybe when we get to Kessman, I can do some research. Maybe there's some information. But right now, if this gets any worse, it might be better off to maybe carry his dead body and resurrect him later.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I really think I should try taking the sword away from him again. I know he's not going to like it.
As long as you don't use it, nobody else does.
No, why would I use it?
It's temptation. Anybody can fall for it. I mean, look at me. I abandoned my old god and am now worshipping whoever's up there. All over the anger and frustration I felt for dying by water, something that should be in my natural domain of nature. But I'm not salty or anything, so it's okay.
All right. Well, what? I don't know if you'll have an answer from me. I'm just asking. Do you think? I don't know. What's the best thing to do? Take this sword away from him, or just get to Kessman and try to research and see what happens.
If we can keep him from using, tapping into the sword, removing the rust, I don't think is necessarily the problem. It's when he tries to access the deeper. It's necromantic magic that brings out these so-called gifts. So just swinging the sword left and right won't do anything. It's probably some other thing attached to the sword.
Okay. Alright. Well, I know I'm not particularly versed in magic or any of that sort of thing, but if you need anything from me, please do ask. And thank you for using your third question to ask about that. You didn't have to.
Well, I did say I was going to try to help, so
Yeah.
I'm just
Right.
as disappointed as you are.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. Regardless.
All right, have a uneventful watch.
God, I hope so.
And then I'm going to go back sleeping by the fire.
All right. Harvey, you
I'm
doing
gonna-
anything special?
I'm gonna stay under that tree for now. I'm just kind of be with nature and the rain right now. But
Okay.
nothing else.
Go ahead and put yourself wherever you're gonna be.
All right.
And then let me get a D8.
Let's see. What's a good line of sight? Not too far. That's fine. Did I go back in the bubble? There we go. Okay. A D8, you said?
Yes, please.
All right.
All right. Your watch goes by without incident.
Okay. Go back in.
And at this point, the rain will stop.
Oh. If I look up at the sky, is it clear?
It's clearing. It's still, there's still like overcast and, but the clouds are breaking out.
Okay. In that case, then, I'm going to step over and wake up Flint.
Ooh,
And I'm going to shake him and say, hey, the rain's
Hi.
stopping.
ooh. Oh, maybe. How much daylight do I have left?
Daylight. It's still it's dark out.
Well, I mean, until sunrise. You know what I meant.
Okay. Let's see. You guys went to bed around like 8, 9ish. So we got 11, 1. It's like 3 in the morning. 3,
No,
4
I
in the
have
morning.
plenty of time.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Figured you might want to know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do some stuff.
All right. Good night, Flint.
Can I? All right.
All right. What would you like to do?
And the chair. I don't know how well I'm going to be keeping watch, but it's me in the chair. Let's see. I have hours. At least 2. I can't see the night sky yet.
No, it's clearing up though.
But so for like the first hour,
Mhm.
can I try to figure out how to operate this chair? Maybe like sitting in it, like thinking really hard about flying, stuff like that.
So I mean, you want to pretty much spend an hour trying to identify this thing.
Either attune or identify, whichever one will get me to where I
Oh.
want to go.
Well, which one do you want to do?
I want to identify him. That's stupid.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I'll roll a d8.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. You spend an hour, and I'll whisper. Actually, you know what? Let me get an Arcana check from you.
Will doodly do. Normal. Please don't screw me over. You know what? I'll just use Flash of Genius to add +5 to that.
All right, so 19. All right. You're spending some time, and it's like there's some like latent magical energy that's in this throne, in this chair. Um, but after an hour, there's something missing from it.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, after an hour, you get nothing.
Wow. I wonder what's missing.
What's your? You got a shitty perception. So, um,
But I have a good investigation. I've looked this thing
yeah,
over.
that's true. That's fair. Yeah, let me get an investigation from you. This will be, throughout the hour also, same thing. Okay, it's good enough. I mean, you looking around and you can see the sockets where a couple of gems should be that are not in there.
Oh, that's weird. The previous owners must have taken it out so nobody could let it access the magical powers in this chair.
All right, second hour. What would you like to do?
Is the stars out yet?
Yeah, actually, yeah. There's enough to where it's just it's partly cloudy. You can see a bunch of the constellations. There's a full moon, and it's a beautiful night sky with scattered clouds. You might have, if you wanted to hear that, go for it. I mean, actually, you know what? Roll perception. If you, let's say 13 or better, you heard that. Otherwise, no. Okay, yeah, you didn't hear it.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, Jules knows about it, and I know Esbjorn noticed it immediately.
Yeah, for the last hour, I'm just going to try to use the star chart. Just going to mess around with it, see if I can figure out how to work it.
Let me
Not
get.
up any constellations or anything,
You don't have like navigation or orienteering or anything like that, right?
I can make anything I want.
That's gonna take an hour. So if you want to make a navigation toolkit, you could do that.
See, these notes, yeah, I'll have to make one, but I can do it.
You gonna do that?
Yes.
And you don't need any materials, right? It just happens. Magically create. That is such a fucking cool ability. The tools are all magical and vanish when you. Okay. All right. So yeah. So you spend the next hour or so fabricating this this toolkit. Which has a little telescope and sextant and whatever star shit. Okay, so the end of your watch comes. It's still dark out. What would you like to do?
So that's fourth person, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm not waking anybody up. I'm just going to keep on keeping on.
All right,
They'll
cool.
wake up.
All right, so then do you have proficiency with navigation tools or anything?
No.
All right, so then just let me get an intelligence check. We'll do that. Set a decent DC like 18. Okay, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, so you're there, and it's like maybe if it was like, I don't know, if you had more time, you could probably like figure it out.
I told Chad to put it in a better spot.
Yeah, but those missing pieces they're like throwing you off. So eventually everybody will start waking up. Let's say 6:30, the sun starts rising.
Morning, sleepyheads.
I like look to make sure who was doing the last watch with him.
Nobody.
Just
Not
him.
impressed. So what's the plan for today?
I don't know, but I am like this close to figuring out this chair, but I'm missing pieces and I don't know where they are. Um, maybe we,
Listen,
yeah, there's like a couple little like sockets here that if we like could maybe like put something in them that the chair I could like maybe figure out
like
how to activate it. And
the gems that Hajat has.
wait, Hajad has gems?
Yes.
Oh, everybody has a long rest, so fix your hit points, spells, whatever.
Oh.
Yes, he mentioned that they were trying to pry some of them off before they decided to take the whole chair with them.
Why are we continuing to deface magical items? First the compass, now the chair. What is wrong with you?
I shrug like everyone doing the same thing for a while.
To be fair, I thought it was just a chair with some gems on it.
Well, hopefully we can put the gems back and the chair works.
People with a passive above 15 or better can hear a loud splash in the distance, maybe 150 feet out.
Jules was walking towards the water and she hears, well, yeah, she can hear that. So I was not sure she was going to hide behind anything, but she can hear that. So.
Oh my god, what is that noise?
I'm gonna put on my goggles and look.
No, it sounds like a rapper. Plastic rapper. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It was a bag of chips. Um,
I'm putting on my goggles.
Arveldis, can I have your gem, please?
I kind of look at him, and then fish in my pocket and hand it over.
Thank you.
And I go over, and I try to, like, put the gems back where they came from.
All right. Let me get a history check from you, please.
All right.
Go with DC 12. Oh.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So you have the gems or whatever, and it's like you're not sure exactly where they were, and you place them in. And like the first one, it's like as you put the gem over the socket, it's like a little tiny arc kind of comes up, and there's like almost like a magnetic pull, and it sucks the gem into the socket, and then you do that with the second, and then with the third, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Then I will sit in the chair.
All right, you sit in the chair. It's just like it was, except now it's not as wet.
That's it. Just gonna relax in the chair.
Okay.
Like a big old cat in a big old chair.
Oh, that big splash out there.
Yeah, that. Jules
I
has
put on
no
my
idea.
goggles for that.
Put on your goggles for that.
Yeah,
I
just
mean,
to see if there's anything.
You just see, a large kind of ripple where the splash was. but nothing.
No-
You know,
Nothing else? Huh. Is that like about the same amount of distance as what we did yesterday, or is that too close?
No. It's only like 150 feet out,
Oh,
like
okay.
150 feet off the off the bank over here.
Oh, okay. Well, look at rules. Just way
Or
over there.
she's just like looking at her book, preparing spells and whatnot. She normally does that away from the group, so she didn't hear a single thing.
Oh, sure.
Not even mad.
So have we figured out anything here? No.
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to anyone here.
Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out this chair while working around a cat.
Well, there is something in the water.
I'm not worried about the water. I'm worried about the chair.
I'm worried about the water. Especially since it was a very audible splash.
Shen looks to the water. He has a 15, yeah, he has 16, so he did see something.
All right. Yeah. I mean,
Or
that's
can
just. I mean, there's nothing now.
So he's gonna just.
Yeah.
Could I see how big that ripple was? Like,
Let me get a perception
What-
check from you, just to see.
okay.
I feel like Shen wants to kind of grab Hajad and just kind of pull him up like a little child off the chair.
Arvi, you're gathering that it was probably at least a large creature.
Oh, cool.
No biggie.
That's what I want to hear. Yeah. So it wasn't a normal splash. I'm a little concerned since it was so close.
Shen
No?
didn't see. Well, when Shen didn't see anything, and doesn't look like it's coming up, so he's more interested in finishing this work with this chair. So
Oh, man.
I don't think Shen is taller than Hajad, so that's not gonna work. Grab him
Uh,
up.
Well, how tall is Shen?
Don't know,
It's like
tall.
7 feet, maybe 6'8", 7'4", some crazy dragonborn shit.
6'7".
Okay.
Oh, he's 7 inches taller than me.
How's he that
Considered
tall?
it.
Yeah.
I thought Haji was
Wow.
like 5'7".
Yeah, I know it was tall. Yep. No, I mean, Shen is just kind of stay. I mean, he's like keeping an eye out because he sees Jules wander off with this and the boat. Is this boat here or something? Is that our other boat?
The canoe is there. This one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's there.
He's kind of keeping an eye on both Jules and kind of the south side, but kind of
Okay.
trying to figure out how to get Najat to move out of the chair so Flint can't work on it.
Okay. Flint, Haji, Arvi, Esbjorn.
What?
You guys doing anything? What are you guys doing?
Yeah. I'm working on the chair while I'm moving around a cat. It's like going under his legs and
All right. What are you trying to do again?
My tail is just flickering.
Flint, what are you trying to do again?
well, now that the gems are in, that was my like missing piece. So I'm trying to figure out the chair.
Okay. All right. You feel that you're gonna have to be sitting in the chair in order for you to activate it or do whatever.
I squeeze in beside Hajad.
Are you allowing him to squeeze in?
Yeah.
All right, so both of them squeeze in this throne. You know. Okay. What are you doing while he's doing this?
Just kind of looking at him, like literally just like a cat. Just like my tail is just flickering back, very very softly, and just staring at him. My baby blue eyes just boring a hole into it.
All right, RV, are you doing anything?
I'm just watching this happen.
All right,
Wait.
Esbjorn.
I'll keep just between prepping my spells, just kind of keep an eye on the water.
Okay, Shen, just keeping watch.
Yep.
Jules, prepping spells.
Oh, yeah, she's preparing spells.
All right. All right, Shen and Esbjorn, you'll hear that splash again out east. It's a little bit closer, maybe 60 feet away. So you'll catch that, and then Flint, let me get a concentration check at disadvantage. I'm going with a DC 15.
Concentration check. Do not forecaster of Flint. Disadvantage. Come on.
Oh, you just
Really?
you can't concentrate. You're there, and it's like, you're trying your best to focus on it, but you can't because there's a big ass cat that's like just staring right at you, and it's just hard for you to you can't focus. You just can't focus.
I can't work in these conditions.
What are you trying to do?
Figure out the chair, like I said when you put the gems in, and then you sat in it and ruined it.
Are there buttons that
No.
need to be pressed?
I don't know yet because I needed the gems in the chair to figure out the chair because the chair wasn't activated without the gems. And now the gems are in here, and your stupid butt's in here.
Ajad, I think he wants you to move.
I lick my hand and brush it through my hair. And then kind of I think you will be fine. Try again.
Here, let me sit on the other side of you. Maybe that's...
Are you gonna try and squeeze behind him or roll over him? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to just get in another position.
All right, yeah. So he crawls over to the other side and he wedges himself in between, Haji and the other arm or whatever. And all right, so I mean that's like okay, so an hour goes by,
Oh my goodness gracious.
So spells are prepped for both the Esbjorn and Jules. Hopefully that's enough time for you to change out whatever you're changing if you're gonna change. All right, Shen's just still keeping watch. No, there's no more splashes after that second one. And RV, what are you doing? Anything?
Yeah, I was gonna ask about the water too.
Okay. Yeah, it's just quiet. It might have been just a big ass catfish or something, a bass, maybe a giant bass, something.
All right. Oh no.
It's always the most right.
All right.
As long as no one has to roll.
So after the hour, I guess Jules is just gonna come back and watch this ridiculous scene playing out. So we're still doing this,
Doing what?
fighting over the chair. I could hear you all the way over there.
I am not fighting.
Why don't you let him look at the chair so we can proceed with our day?
Because every time I find something and give it to him, it turns out that it either breaks or I cannot have it back.
Flint,
Hey.
how much time do you need with the chair?
I don't know.
Oh my
Okay.
god, he's gonna polyform me.
She totally is.
Oh no, no.
You people have been wasting my time for like 3 days just to go over all this.
Oh my god.
So yes, I do need.
Oh man.
Before she does that, she just go behind, right next to him, just right next to him. So, like, I need you to get out of the chair, or I will make you move out of the chair. Your choice. I will cast on you, otherwise. Three, 2, and she casts polymorph.
I use feline agility before she can grab her and run all the way to the water.
Before she can grab what?
Okay, hold on. You two roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I literally have to do like a natural 1 to get worse than that.
Well,
Come on,
see what
natural one.
happens.
Don't say that.
Okay, so you see her starting to cast. The little magical energies are starting to come. And what are you doing?
Feline agility and like running forward, grabbing her, and just like running all the way out to here.
All right, so make a grappling check. So athletics versus Jules is athletics or acrobatics. Let's start with
Okay.
that. Okay. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
run. You. All right. So 5 feet. Then you pick her up, and then when you're carrying somebody, your speed gets reduced to half. So you have 25 feet left with the feline agility. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that puts you both right here. All right. You're both in the same spot. And then now you have your cunning action, so you can continue.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
I meant. To
So
do.
then
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So both of you. Oh my god. Both of you are in the water right here. And I guess that would be all right. And that's actually deep enough to where you're both going to be swimming. So you are swimming and you're holding her. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Now Jules gets her polymorph off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just gonna pour them to 4.
What are you turning him into?
Haven't quite decided. I didn't think I was going to get this far. Let's see, because now we're in the water, and I am like, she's like very, very surprised that he would even dare to do this. It like took her back surprise. Let's see, because I need to be able to grab him. I have no freaking idea. Let's do. You know what? Let's do a bunny.
A bunny?
Yeah, that's like that's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Okay.
It's the
All
theme.
right. So you get turned into a little rabbit.
And I immediately grab him and like put him over my head so he's not drowning.
Uh huh.
Can I continue to act, or is that my action at this point?
Well, your action is going to be the polymorph.
Mhm.
To grab him, it would actually, unless he's resisting.
No,
You're not
I mean
resisting?
I'm a bunny.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So you got the bunny, and you're holding it above your head, and you are now swimming. What are you doing? You still have your movement and your bonus.
Yeah, if I have him, I'm gonna come back to the shore.
Okay.
And she's like properly shocked.
All right. All right, so yeah, you'll be able to make it back on land because it's half speed, 12 and a half speed to put you, 12 and a half feet to put you right on the land. So no worries there. You're all wet. You got a bunny.
Yeah, it's
All right,
funny.
Flint, what are you doing?
I am absolutely abhorred about the action of those two young whippersnappers, so I'm going to sit in the chair and figure it out.
All right, cool. And that's where we'll end tonight's session. All right, so it's about let's say 7 a.m. No rain. Jules is holding polymorphed Haji Bunny.
Haj Bunny.
Everyone gets a turn.
Okay. Flint in chair. And yeah, we'll pick it up next time. So very cool. Interesting game, guys. Good game, everyone. Yeah, very interesting. I was not expecting pretty much the way anything turned out to it today, the way it did. So that was cool. Keeping it fresh for me. And we will pick this up next week. Steve, go ahead and do a quick shout out, please.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I am the former DM of Magic and Misfits, which you can catch on YouTube. Just type in Magic and Misfits in the search bar, and it'll be fairly easy because it's definitely not the Neil Patrick Harris stuff. So yeah, enjoy.
Means, but okay, right? And then Tyler runs a game, Relics of Chaos, which we're no longer streaming, but it is up on YouTube if anybody wants to watch. I think we got like 35 sessions up there. And then yeah, just come and check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/the D20 Initiative. We're going to be on Twitch in a couple of months with our new campaign. And you can always catch up on YouTube. You know, we have a couple different things going on over here. So this is the Epic Safeguard playlist, and then Relics of Chaos has their own playlist, and then Magic and Misfits has their own channel. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, the little bell, so you can know when we upload videos, and we will see you soon. So is it Wednesday yet? Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Peace.